Let's see how buying and selling property at auction can be quick, easy, and simple. At Clive Emson Auctioneers, we don't just say this, we do it. Over the years, we've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. With over 30 years experience and hundreds of years of combined knowledge, our excellent reputation draws interest internationally from thousands of potential buyers from all over the world. Our approachable family business works with over 700 estate agents who recognize us as one of the leading land and property auctioneers in the country. Property auctions made quick, easy, and simple. It's all we do. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers, selling with skill, speed, and efficiency.
Hello everybody and welcome to the very first ever Clive Emson Land and Property Auction Show. I'm Ian Waterhouse from the Social Media Property Show and I've got the expert, the man himself. It is of course Paul Bridgman. Paul,
hello Ian.
We're doing something quite unique here I think, aren't we?
Yeah,
Are you excited?
Absolutely very excited, yeah. It's something we've talked about for a little while. So yeah, no, it'd be good to talk auctions and give everybody a bit of a flavour as to what's coming up at the auction on Thursday. Going live for bidding tomorrow, of course.
Exactly that. Now going live for bidding tomorrow. Today we are going to go through, we've got almost 121 lots to get through, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've got some feature lots to bring you, we've got some special guests to bring in as well. Before we do that, if you do want to register your interest for this or for the next auction, which is going to happen at the end of July, there's a link in the body of this broadcast. Just give it a click. It takes you straight through to the website, scrolling across the bottom in a minute, www.cliveemson.co.uk. Give it a click, register your interest. And you don't mind the odd phone call either, do you, Paul?
No, absolutely not. I mean, we prefer to talk to people as well. So please do give us a call about any aspect of any of the lots that you see today or future auctions. If you're looking at buying or selling at auction, please do give us a call. You're more than welcome to do so. We're friendly, we're approachable, and that's exactly what we're there to do, is talk you through the process. Because not everyone buys a property at auction every day.
No, they certainly don't. The number, by the way, is 0345 8500 333. Do get in contact with us, or like I said, just click that link in the body of this broadcast. It will take you straight through. You can register your interest that way. So we've got a lot to get through today. Before we get into that,
yes,
because we can't just jump straight into lots, can we? We will do that, of course, for you. Don't you worry about that. We're going to see some cracking some lots as well, I have to say. Before we do that, you have 5 golden rules, though, don't you?
That's right. 5 golden rules for people who are looking at buying at auction. The auction process is great. It's a really good, fun way of buying property, but there are things you should do and things you should know before you get into actually bidding. Because on the day of the auction, once that hammer comes down or that timer gets to 0, you have exchanged contracts. You're legally bound to buy the property. So please do have a look at the 5 golden rules. Get some idea, as I say, into what you want to achieve from your purchase, and know that it is certain once you've bought it, you are legally bound to buy that property.
Well, you've been out and about, haven't you, actually filming a video of what the 5 golden rules are. So I'm going to play that now. So here are Paul Bridgman's 5 golden rules.
Hello, I'm Paul from Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers. I'm one of the auctioneers with the company, and we want to give you some tips on how to buy property at auction. The 5 golden rules to buying at auction. We're in the beautiful mid-Essex village of Turlin. An example of one of the properties we've got in their current auction, the beautiful chapel here in Turlin, and we want to give you, as I say, a few tips on how to buy at auction, which should be the most open, transparent and fun way of buying land or property. So come inside and we'll give you some tips. Okay, so you found the area that you want to buy in. You've done all your research into areas and what you want to do with the property when you've actually purchased. So you see a property in the auction catalogue or online, and you say, that's the one for me. I really want to go and buy that property. Here's the 5 tips we should recommend you should be following if you want to buy a property at auction. Firstly, get all the property details. Download it from the internet, look at it online, and go and view the property. Inspect the property is a big important thing you need to do. You see a lot of people on Homes Under the Hammer who buy something and have never seen the property. Very risky. I would always recommend you in person go and look at the property if you can. Second point is the legals. Always download the legal pack, get your own legal advice on that legal pack. Get your solicitor to look at the pack, either send it to them or they can download it from our website also. Because really, that is everything you need to know about the property, and like I say, it's the most open and transparent way of buying a property. So everything about the property will be in that legal pack for you to have a look at. Next thing, do you need a survey? Do you need it for finance purposes? Do you need it for your own peace of mind? If so, then obviously you need to organise that survey before you come along to the auction to bid. So that's a really important point. You may not need a survey. You may be comfortable looking at the property yourself, have people you know who are comfortable looking at the property and can give you advice on it. But if you need a survey or you want peace of mind, do it before the auction. Because after the hammer's gone down on the day of the auction, you've exchanged contracts. You're legally bound to purchase that property. So if you then go and get a survey and you don't like the report that comes back, you're legally bound to still purchase that property and you've paid your 10% deposit. Fourth point is knowing the costs. Know the costs of what you're going to be involved with. Is it just the purchase price? There's also an auction administration charge, which is on a sliding scale depending on the price you purchase at. All the information will be available on the addendum and is available on our website and in the catalogue also. So look into that. Also in the special conditions, which are in the legal pack, you will need to look at if there are any additional costs that you need to pay towards the purchase. Sometimes there are costs in there, so yeah, just have a look at that. That's quite an important point. But also, in terms of knowing your own costs, what do you need to spend in terms of doing the property up, additional research work, anything that you might need to do to get to the end product that you actually want to end up with. As I say, so know those costs, work it all out, and be quite thorough and have a bit of flexibility in your budget too. The last thing really is to register for the auction. Our auctions are still online at present, so what you need to do is go to our website, click the register to bid button and follow the links through to and fill in all the information, including your identification documents, your credit or debit card details, your solicitor's details, and build your profile on the bidding platform. Last thing, auction day. Don't panic. Stick within your means, know what you want to pay, and as I say, really you just need to then follow the process and see it through to the counter down to getting to zero, or that hammer falling, and at that point you know you've purchased the property. And the one thing to remember is if you are the successful bidder, you've never overpaid for a property at auction. Unlike informal tenders or on the market, you don't know what other people have bid. At auction, it's open, it's transparent, you can see what the underbidder's paid. And if you are the successful bidder, you know you've got it for one bid more than the underbidder. So congratulations at that point. Well done. You're the new owner of a land or property. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions at any point during the process, best thing to do is give us a call, and we'll be only too pleased to talk you through the process a bit further and answer any questions you've got. Thank you.
Fantastic stuff there. Well, let's just pop those golden images. Planning to follow the 5 golden rules. There you go, the 5 golden rules up there. They are fantastic stuff.
We'll keep referring to those through the auction programme today. So yeah, just in case you missed it first time around.
Exactly. We're going to play that video again a little bit later too, Paul, just for people who tune in a little bit later. Right, now I don't know about you, I am quite excited to start seeing some of these lots. That's what we are here for. You selected a number of feature lots, haven't you? And you've also arranged some very special guests for us as well, haven't you? Would you like to introduce our first guest?
Yeah, Audrey Smith from our West Country office is going to join us now. Audrey, are you there?
I'm here. Hi.
How are you doing? All right?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you very much.
Good. Now we've start. You're our first guest today, so nice to see you. Thanks for being on time. We're going to start the run through of the lots very shortly, but we're going to do a little feature lot first, which is one that you've seen, one that you've been involved with. Which is the agricultural barns and land, about 36 acres, I believe.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, look forward to it. Let's go.
What we'll do, Audrey, we'll play the video and then you can tell us a little bit more about it whilst we cycle through the images. So here is lot number 4, Wooden Top Farm. stuff.
Audrey,
Aye.
can you hear me? There
Yes.
you go. Brilliant. So no, to bring back memories of walking around there doing the video.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah,
Tell
it's
us,
quite
tell us a little bit about it, about the history, about the location.
okay. So it's located in West Cocoa, which is about 3 miles away from Yeovil. It's quite rural, quite a large agricultural area around there. So lovely, lovely location, really super. And it used to be a rare breeds farm. Among other things, I think there was a cafe there and bits and pieces, but great big barns there, as you can see on the photos. Big storage areas where they had some of the animals, an awful lot of machinery and bits and pieces around, which we believe there is a notice that some of those will be removed before the 16th.
Yeah.
And after that, whatever's there then will be sold with the property. But fantastic bit about it is that there is over 36 acres of land, beautiful rural land, pasture land. And like I say, the agricultural barns are enormous, so plenty of space and plenty of scope.
Brilliant. Okay. And you've got some other great lots coming up in the West Country area as well. So
Yes,
people
yeah.
log onto the website, cliveemson.co.uk, and have a look at all the lots we've got in the West Country.
And I believe there's still 2 viewing slots on this one, actually. One today, one on Wednesday.
Look, yeah, again, you can book viewings on the Clive Emson website. And again, if you want to have a look at that legal pack, which we mentioned in the 5 golden rules, please do log on to the website. You can register to download the legal pack, which is vital information if you are interested in bidding.
Absolutely.
Tell us
Absolutely.
about you, Audrey. What about
Pardon?
you? How long have you been in the auction industry, and how long have you been?
Oh, I've been now about 11 years altogether. I've been with Clive Emson for coming up to 5 years now. So yes, and before that in the property market anyway. So it's quite nice with this one over in the Somerset area, because we sort of spread ourselves in the southwest, right the way from Land's End right across to the Gloucester and the Somerset area. So it's quite nice to get something like this lot. I think it's a little bit of a gem, actually.
Yeah, no, it'd be good to see how it finishes up on Thursday.
Definitely, we look forward to seeing everybody there and bidding, don't we?
Enjoy the viewings. I hope they go well to finish it off.
Thank you.
Good luck anyone who wants to log on and have a bid on this one. Say the guide price is £400,000 plus fees. I mean, again, we have to say plus fees, because there's disclaimers that on our website that relate to guide pricing. So yeah, please do have a look at those as well. But yeah, no, as I say, I know you cover plenty of miles, so I'm going to let you crack on, Audrey. Thanks ever so much for joining us.
You're welcome. Have a nice rest of the show. Bye.
Thanks for being on time. Cheers.
Thank you so much. Good stuff there from. It's a huge lot. It's not
it's a big old parcel of land there. And as I say, someone's going to have a real fun going through all the items on site as well. So
well, if you liked that, and why on earth wouldn't you? And you want to find out what you want to register your interest. Remember, there's a link in the broadcast that takes you straight through to the Clive Emson homepage, and that is where you can register your interest. Not just for the June auction, we've got one coming up at the end of July as well, haven't we?
That's right.
It's worth registering now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we do 8 auctions a year, so you can log on to the website, as we mentioned. You can receive our newsletter. There's somewhere to subscribe to that on the website. And yeah, you can pre-register and get yourself in a position to bid for future auctions as well. You can just follow the links on the property pages, and you get to see all that. Yeah, no problem at all.
Right, so that's the first feature lot. We have a lot of lots. We can say that word.
So
we can count how many times we say lot or lots today. That would be fantastic.
And it'll donate to charity.
One penny each one every time I say it. We've got a lot to get through, so we're going to go actually through from lots 1 to 10 now. We've just had 4 in there. Yeah. Let's have a quick look. We've just got the main image, the hero image of these ones before we move into our next feature lot. This is lot number 1, 4 Charmouth Road. Tell us a little bit about that.
4 Charmouth Road in Welling. It's a semi-detached house, ready for improvement, and good interest on this one so far. Guide price 255. I think there'll be good interest on that one come the auction day. Always like to see the first one sell as well on the day, so it's always nice to have a good one to
Do you have a particular structure for these, or is it just as they come in and it doesn't really matter? It's just 1 through 121.
You like to see the first few go well, of course you do, and you like to see the end ones go well. You like to see them all go well, of course you do. But with the online auctions, we found it really doesn't make the slightest bit of difference what order they're in at all. If they're going to sell, they're going to sell. As I said, the online auctions have been absolutely fantastic in terms of getting us through the pandemic and from where we were to 2 years ago. So no, absolutely, there's no real structure to the lot order this time around.
Well, this is lot 2 then, isn't it? We've got now 14 Victoria Street.
Mid-terrace house, in the Swale area. We've Sheerness, guide price 145,000, but a nice little brick terrace cottage there. Yes, terrace house.
Fantastic. Let's have a look at lot number 3, shall we? Is it Old Shore Road?
It is indeed.
Is that correct?
Old Shore Road, yes, in Brighton, yes, Brighton. Not the right one, yes.
We're probably bound to get at least one image wrong here.
Well, no, don't say that. You're a professional. This one's spacious masonette with a garage as well, requiring complete modernisation and refurbishment. Hence the guide price really 200 to 225. Again, good interest on this one. I think another great interest as well. So
I love the style, almost a bit gothic, almost.
Properties in Brighton will tend to go extremely well. Yes,
right, so we've had number 4, of
lot
course.
4 we know all about.
Yes. Let's jump straight to lot 5, shall we? Now this is a beauty, isn't it?
It's a lovely looking property. This former chapel. We've been lucky enough to have a few chapels in this auction. So this is one of them. A former chapel with planning permission for 3 houses and parking. So again, these chapels, churches, they make great conversions, and we can understand why they're always so popular.
That is. I just wonder actually with old chapels and churches, is there particular? I guess they're protected, aren't they? Can you do much to them?
They're usually listed, conservation areas, that sort of thing. Not always, but quite often they are. Yes. You won't say every single one is because they're not always. So you need to again check the legal pack. You need to do your research. You need to dig into everything, especially if they are listed, because you have to comply with listed buildings, planning, and the local authority, which can be a little bit more thorough. Bit tongue in cheek, a little bit. They can sometimes be quite hard work, but no, they can be worth it. I mean, some of the actual conversions you see, the end product, are absolutely stunning.
Well, let's move on to lot 6, shall we? 5 Rider Close.
Again, it just goes to show the diversity of the properties you get at auction. Most people think a modern little terrace house, then why is that at auction? You think that'd be on the open market all the time. But quite often it's the seller's circumstance that leads the property to go to auction, not necessarily the property itself. So we get a really wide range of property come through to auction. It's one of those things that people always think that we sell cheap repossessions to property dealers, or we sell distressed properties. Yeah, there's still an element of that, of course there is. But across the board, the range of property we get is so different. And this one, it's a terrace house with investment potential. Guide price 250,000. It's a nice little property. This one.
The next one as well. Let's bring this up. Lot number 7, the United Reformed Church.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that. That's the property you were at for your
That was, yes. It's just down the road from us, just outside Chelmsford here, and it's a beauty. It's another chapel. It's a lovely village, Turley. I think it's won Village of the Year in Essex quite a few times. So it's a really lovely building. In fact, a bit of history. The founder of the church there, I believe, went over to form Harvard University over in the States.
Really?
Yeah. Years ago,
wow.
he was hounded out of the village for having alternative faiths, and went over to America and actually became a founding member of Harvard University.
That is a story. That is a chance to own a bit of history.
There's a fact.
Isn't it? If you do want to own a bit of history, don't forget you can visit the website. There's a link in the body of this broadcast that takes you to the Clive Emson. That's how you can register interest. Or give us a call. Call us on 0345 8500 333. We do want to hear from you, so please do get in touch. If you have a question at any time as well, we can see the comments. Best place to actually do that, if you head over to Clive Emson's YouTube channel, we're live on YouTube as well. if you comment in the chat section, we can show your comment on screen as well. So
yeah.
keep it friendly.
No,
if you have
no
questions for the
abuse,
expert, Mr. Paul Bridgman here, please do get it in. Don't bother asking me. Paul's the expert, not me. I'm just here for the sake of being here.
It's a bit pretty.
I wouldn't say that. So, right, we've still got some more properties to go through, haven't we? That was lot 7. Lot number 8 we're going to come to very shortly. That's one of our feature properties. So let's jump straight over to lot number 9, St. Peter's Hill.
Lot number 9, yes, it's an intriguing looking little one, this, isn't it? Yeah, it's I say close to the harbour. It's a little cottage there. It's a guide price, £250,000. But yeah, no, it's a really interesting one. Again, there's more images, more video content on this one online. But yeah, please do go and have a look at that one.
It's down in Devon, isn't it?
It is, yeah, down in the Brixham area. Yes, yeah.
Very nice. And lot number 10.
Lot number
Let's
10.
have a look. It's a driveway.
Yeah. So again, I say we sell some strange and interesting lots at auction. A driveway. It's it's one of those things.
Do you get many? Because garages sell.
Yeah,
garages.
garages. I mean, we have quite a lot of garages. In fact, there's quite a few coming up in the auction. You'll see as we run through. But this one's got a guide price of just £1,800. So yeah, as I say, there's.
Sorry, did you say 1,800?
1,800 to £2,000. Yeah, that's right.
For the driveway.
Yeah, that's right. And what it may do, it may open up other parcels of land along the lane, or there may be other people who own properties either side of it who may want access and might open up a building plot.
I imagine there's people here who would be quite interested.
Absolutely, you just never know who's going to be interested. So yeah, as I say, these things always do go in and get good interest. Yeah.
They certainly do. That is the first sort of bunch, shall we say, of the properties that if you really want to get a closer look at again, do click that link in the body of this broadcast or just type in www.cliveemson.co.uk and that's how you can register. That's how you can see more information about those lots. As I said, we're going to focus on a number of feature lots. They are some of the other ones that are going to be popping up. You are going to see every single one that is actually going to be going under the hammer from tomorrow midday, isn't it? From tomorrow.
That's
midday.
right. Yes, the bidding goes live from tomorrow around about midday-ish. Don't hold me to that. Say it's going to be around about lunchtime-ish though. So yeah, they go live on the Tuesday this time round, and they'll run for then 3 days through to the Thursday, and then each lot will be given a designated finish time for the close day on Thursday, the 16th. Now, lot number 1 will finish at 11 o'clock in the morning, and then each lot will finish 3 minutes after that. So lot 2 at 3 minutes past 11, and so on and so on. Now, if you're the successful bidder, you're getting close towards the time counting down to 0. It's not like other auction sites where everyone just sort of waits to the last moment and then piles in at the last to do their sniping bidding and try and get it.
It's not like eBay.
I wasn't going to say that, but no, it's not like that. No, if someone makes a bid in the last 5 minutes of the process, the timer actually extends by 5 minutes to give everyone who's interested a fair chance to come back and make an increased bid. That way it works. It's just like an auction room scenario. You usually going for the first time, going for the second time, third and final time, and it gives everyone in the auction room fair warning that you're going to not drop the hammer, so that they can come back and make an increased bid. As I say, the timer will keep extending by 5 minutes through the process until the timer does reach 0 and no further bids.
Superb. Right, well, that brings us to our next feature lot then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Lot
it
number
does.
8,
Lot
Buxall
8.
Business Park.
Yeah.
What we can do, Paul, we'll play the video first so everybody can have a little look at it, and then we'll come back and you can tell us a little bit more about it. So this is Lot 8, Buxall Business Park.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Okay.
That was a cracker, wasn't it? That's
It was,
Auctioneers
yeah.
Business Centre. Tell us more.
Okay, right. Not one of my lots, not one I've seen in person. My colleague Chris down at the Brighton office, but unfortunately he's out on appointment, so he couldn't join us today. Well, that's what he tells me anyway. That was camera shy. No. So lot 8 is the Bugsell Business Centre in Etchingham, East Sussex. Guide price of 280 to 290,000. This one, it's a great investment, a commercial investment property, but it's got potential as well. Not only to increase the rental income at the moment, it's currently led at just under 20,000, so 19,260 per annum it's bringing in, which is not a bad return.
Yeah.
But it's been previously let at just over 47,500. So again, there's great potential there to enhance that income.
We can show an image actually of the plan, the lot plan.
Yeah,
there it is.
That's right. So you're not far off the A6. Sorry, A265. Yeah, A265. Henley Hill. It's a property that's divided up into little smaller units. Some of the units are still vacant. The seller is actually occupying one of the units, but will be vacating on completion. So there is potential for greater investment there, as I mentioned. And who knows, in future there may be alternative development potential as well, subject to all necessary consents and accesses being obtainable, of course. But yes, some of the units are vacant. I believe units 1, 3 and 7 are still vacant, but some of the information has changed. And I mentioned the addendum earlier. The addendum is a document that goes out with the auction. If you've been to one of our auctions previously, either online or in the auction room itself, the addendum is given out on the day of the auction, which is a correction to any information that's been on the websites or in the auction catalogue. It corrects to or adds to information that we didn't have at the time we're going to print or going live with the auction catalogue. So familiarise yourself with the addendum. It's important information. It also runs through, confirms which lots have been sold prior or withdrawn or postponed to a later auction. But as I say, just corrects any information. So I believe that the situation with some of the tenants has changed since we actually went to print. But again, that will all be highlighted and confirmed in the addendum documents. And again, refer to the legal pack, which is vitally important to understanding the lot on this one. But yeah, it's in the Sussex Weald area. It's going to be very popular, I believe. I do genuinely think that the location is a big seller. It's not far from a railway station as well, and I think the potential there, not only for potential development in future, subject to all the necessary, as I mentioned, but further income will be great.
Fantastic, good stuff. I have actually seen our next guest is waiting in the wings. Before we come to Rob Marchant for lot 11, we're actually going to run through lots 12 to 21 now. We must just say 14 is no longer going to be with us.
No, which is a real shame. Yes, yeah.
But lot number 11 is Verdon House.
Yes,
that's the one we're coming to, isn't it?
We'll come back to that one.
We'll come back to that one. We'll come back to one that's short. Apologies there. This is 41 Valatorp Road. This is lot 12, isn't it?
Lot 12. So this one's a substantial building, currently arranged as 2 flats in the Plymouth area. Really nice looking building there again. Guide price of 220 to 240. Hopefully, there's been good interest on that one.
Let's move on to lot number
13.
We're going to lot 13. Do you have? I don't seem to have an image for lot 13.
Lot 13. It's a freehold building plot with planning permission for a pair of detached bungalows. Again, have a look at the website.
It's not Lambert Knights Farm, is it?
No, that's the one
that's gone. Okay, right, let's jump into 15 because we do have this one. The One Bank Buildings. There we go.
Yep. So again, a really impressive looking building there, obviously out west on the ground floor. Leasehold accommodation with planning permission for 5 flats, but unfortunately we've missed that one because it's been sold prior to auction. An offer came forward. The client decided that so the offer was too good to pass up. And has accepted that offer and it has exchanged contracts already. So I'm afraid that one's gone.
Yeah, well, can't blame that, can you? It's a good looking plot. Right, let's have a look at lot number 16, 35 target first.
Yeah, no, it's again interesting little one. This it's a 3-bedroom semi-detached house, ready for complete refurbishment. Guide price of 180 to 200,000. Nice looking property.
It is.
Again, I think you can do a good job with that with the refurbishment.
I certainly think you could. Let's have a look at number lot 17. Trick Carol. I've said that right, Paul. Said that
You're testing me. We should have asked Audrey earlier.
Oh, this is one of those. This is one of Audrey's.
Trickarel, yeah, that's right.
Trickarel, there we go.
In Drum Road. I've done auctions all over the UK. Scottish ones I had no trouble with. It was the ones in North Wales. I tripped me up every time. No,
I understand that.
Yeah, no, that was always a little problem. But that one's still available there. Guide price of 500 to 600,000. Range guide price there. Freehold commercial premises with great potential. Who knows what that one could produce later on.
It does look like there's a lot of potential there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Now, we spoke before, we saw a driveway earlier,
Yes,
didn't we?
yeah.
Now we've got some, I did ask you the question about garages. Finally, I've got my wish. Here's lot 18, some garages at Pleasant Road.
You're easily pleased, aren't you? You just want a garage.
If I get a driveway for 1,800 to 2,000, then yes.
Okay, so
what can I get these garages for? Paul?
down in the Portsmouth area, we've got 4 lock-up garages there, or stores. Use them for what you will. We were talking earlier about classic cars being a great investment. Maybe we want to buy some classic cars and store them in the garages there. But no, as I say, garages always make a decent investment because they can be rented out for parking.
Yeah.
They can be they're a good low maintenance investment. But yeah, as I say, so guide price there of £40,000 plus. 10,000 a garage doesn't sound much, does it?
Well, no.
You're not mine, yes, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I like lot number 19, lot 46 Lower Denmark Road. This is a very, very pretty property. Looks like you can do an awful lot with that, isn't it?
It is, yeah. Nice red brick, yeah, and the archway through there, yes, yeah. So it's a freehold property divided into 2 flats in the Ashford, mid-Kent area. And the guide price there, 185 to 195. I would imagine there's going to be strong competition for that one. But get involved and find out. Yeah, I think that's a nice looking property.
For some reason, I didn't write down lot 20, but lot 20 is that on?
Lot 20 has been postponed. So
lot 20 is postponed.
So that was more garages. But hopefully that one will be back in the next auction on the 28th of July. I'm not sure the reason for that one being postponed, but it could have been that the legal documentation wasn't quite ready in time. So I'll go into the next auction, hopefully. And come back for the 28th of July.
Okay, one more lot to show then before we get our next guest in. Lot 21 says the King's Arms. Am I right in thinking this is a public house?
How did you guess?
Oh,
how did you guess?
I know which property I'm buying.
Oh, right. Fancy a bit of public, do you?
I would be lethal if I was
Really?
No.
So, former public house in Devon. Nice looking building. So anyone who's looking at a former pub, want a change of career, then this could be the one for you. It's a lovely looking building there. There's obviously, hopefully, I would imagine good footfall, plenty of chimney pots around the area. So a guide price there of 210 to 230,000. It seems like something for escape to the country. Or
it does sound like a good investment.
It does,
for that.
Good potential. Yes, yeah.
Absolutely. It'll probably turn into like a modern gastro pub or something, right? These
well,
days.
If it gets people out and enjoying themselves, especially in the post-COVID area, there's no bad thing. Let's get people out living a little, and as I say, if it turns into a nice gastro pub, then that's great too.
Absolutely.
Breathe new life into these buildings.
Why not?
So whether it is to change to residential or whether it's to remain as a pub, then or whatever it might be, bed and breakfast, it's great. We are breathing new life into high streets and communities up and down the country with new ventures that people are putting forward.
We've seen a lovely range of properties so far. They're going under the hammer. The auction starts tomorrow, doesn't it? When it gets
does,
underway.
yeah. All goes live from around about midday tomorrow on our website, cliveemson.co.uk. You can see all the lots there listed individually, and on each lot you can then download the legal documentation, as we've mentioned. You can also log on, set up your bidding profile for the bidding platform as well to register to bid from tomorrow and for the auction finishing on Thursday.
Great, and just with that again, yes, www.cliveemson.co.uk. To make it even easier for you, we've actually put the link direct to the website in the body of this broadcast. You don't even have to type it out.
Yeah.
How nice is that?
It is very kind of you. And if you do have any problems at all with the registration process, or you want to know more about auctions, buying, selling, for future auction, yeah, please do give us a call. You can reach us on 0345 85 00 333. Please do give us a call. We're only too pleased to talk to you about any aspect of the auction process.
Right, it is time for our next guest very shortly. What we're going to do, we're actually going to play the video of this first, then we'll bring our guest, Rob Marchant, in, and I believe we're going on a little trip to the Isle of Wight.
Isle of Wight, yes, we do quite a lot of business on the Isle of Wight, and Rob's quite often on the hovercraft across to the Isle of Wight, so I'm sure we'll ask him about that.
We'll have a look at the property first, and then we'll bring Rob straight in.
This is Rob Marchant from Clive Emson, Land and Property Auctioneers, and we're at Verdon House in East Cowes, over on the Isle of Wight. We've got this lovely looking block in front of us, been converted into residential apartments, formerly by all accounts part of a convent building, and it's certainly got its nod to that period in the style and design of some of the features of the building. Nice quiet location looking back towards the main road down towards the car ferry terminal. One of the attractions of this site is that it's got good amounts of parking for the various tenants. Obviously a big plus if people can park their cars as part of their tenancy. Again, additional parking here, communal gardens further down, and a view from this other side of the building. So here we are at the other end of the property in the communal gardens. There are actually 13 flats in Verdon House. 12 of them are at present let, producing a very useful income. It's just over £67,000 per annum at present. There is actually a further flat down in the bottom corner here, which the current landlord has not let in recent years due to damp issues, but if somebody wanted to resolve those problems, perhaps with some tanking or whatever other works that are deemed to be necessary, there is scope and potential to have that 13th flat back on stream and producing an income if so desired. So that's a brief external tour. Unfortunately, we can't get into any of the tenanted flats at the time of making the video, but we can show some of the communal areas and hopefully also get into the flat that's not being used at the moment, flat N, down on the bottom corner here. So let's head round and have a look at the communal areas, which I think will give a good idea as to the style and quality of the accommodation. So here we are now at the main communal entrance, looking back round towards the road where we started our video. As mentioned, some very obvious nods to the former usage of the building. Lovely features here in this communal hallway. Tiled floor. And really one of the more attractive communal hallways that I've been in of late. And then we've got the staircase running onto the upper floors. Again, this has all recently been redecorated, so presented in nice order. Views out towards the car park and the communal gardens where we were videoing earlier. And then as we head on upwards, there are more of the same. It's a mix of mainly one-bedroom flats, a couple of two-bedroom units. That's all set out in the schedule in the catalogue details, along with a note of the rent. So as mentioned, there is an additional flat which is not in quite as nice condition. That's this semi-basement unit, which certainly needs some upgrading and refurbishment. Certainly significant damp issue with this, but certainly also good scope and potential to get this back into use if The new owners wish to do so and are prepared to spend the money required on tanking and whatever other works might be required. Actually, could be quite a nice flat if the damp issues can be resolved. Again, view out towards the side of the building. But clearly significant works required to get this back into use. Kitchen tucked away down at the end here. So that's the lower flat, which requires the upgrading works to be brought back into order to give you that 13th level of income if required. And so, in summary, this is Verdon House at East Cowes. Delighted to be offering this one jointly with our joint auctioneers Chinnock Shaw in our next land and property auction. 13 flats, 12 of which are habitable and in use, and as mentioned, just over £67,000 per annum of income from this one. And don't miss out on the opportunity to bid when this comes live for bidding in the next Clive Emson online land and property auction.
Hello, Rob.
That guy almost sounded like he knew what he was talking about.
Almost. Got to be careful, get yourself a reputation. How you doing? All right?
Yeah, very well, very well.
Good, good. Rob joins us from our Hampshire office, and they cover the Hampshire, Dorset, Berkshire area, Wiltshire, and also obviously Isle of Wight, where he found this little beauty.
And actually been on the Isle of Wight this morning on the early hover, so there we are.
Yeah, we tend to be on memories of the hovercraft. So
trying to get this week's visits done early before the Isle of Wight festival traffic all kicks in towards the end of the week. So
yes, no, that's right. That's worth.
You don't want to be trying to head over there with in competition with that lot, I can assure you.
No, we might not see you for a little while if you did.
See you at the front row, you mean?
Well, that's right, maybe. Yeah. Anyway, we come back to Verdon House. You mentioned it at the end of the video there, thanks to our joint auctioneers, Chinnock Shaw, on this one. And was it one that they identified and called us on?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we've got two blocks in Cowes, both of which have been managed by Chinnock Shaw for some time. But the family that own both blocks have decided that perhaps now's the time for them to come off the Isle of Wight, and Chinnock Shaw, quite rightly identified that these were ideally suited for exposure to investment buyers. So delighted to receive instructions and work jointly with them. So hopefully we'll have a very good result on both on Thursday.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, you mentioned the history of the building. It used to be a convent.
Well, so we're told. I mean, you always take these stories with a little bit of a pinch of salt, but I think when you see the features there in terms of the windows and that beautiful ceiling, then I think there probably is some mileage in that particular story.
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. So, is there anything more you can sort of tell us about the area, or the? You just mentioned it was just up the road from the ferry port, the hovercraft.
Yeah, it is, and it's not far from Osborne House, and those that know the Victorian history will know that that's where Queen Victoria used to head off. So as we're looking at that plan, off to the northwest would be Osborne House, and again a similar style of architecture on this one in terms of the bricks and the light that we used. But so just up the road from Osborne House, which is one of the features of East Cowes, and then down probably half a mile down into the town centre, you've got the floating bridge, which pleased to say is now back up and running. Take people over to West Cowes, or there's the car ferry service over to Southampton. So certainly very well connected.
It is indeed. It is. That's fantastic. So it's great location, and obviously you got 13 individual units there.
Yeah, 12 of which, as mentioned, are let. We've got that 13th flat, which needs tanking and that damp sorting out, but potential to add that one into the mix as well. 3 2-bed units, 8 ones from memory, and a studio. So a decent mix, and East Cowes is a good area for renting that type of property. Is a good mix of potential tenants down there. So hopefully that one will work really well.
Yeah, and of course, obviously you got Cowes and sailing as well, and I can imagine it is quite a good area for rentals as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, particularly West Cowes, the other side of the river, I think is perhaps slightly more the base for all the sailing, but certainly there is an overspill into this side of the river, into East Cowes, and yeah, as I say, it's a good location certainly, and a nice building, and as you can hopefully get a feel from the video, it's been well managed and well looked after for a number of years, and yeah, ready for its new owners to hopefully take it on and start to benefit from all that rent that's coming in.
Indeed, indeed. So, as you mentioned, you were over on the island this morning. Was there a viewing there this morning, or?
No, that was to look at fresh property for the next auction. So no, it's ever rolling. We're generally over 2 or 3 times a week. Somebody's over there, so we keep a vehicle down at Ryde, jump on and off the hover, which saves us a whole load of time. It's only a 12-minute crossing, and then straight in the car and off, and we can be pretty much anywhere in the island very, very quickly. It's probably quicker to get to most parts of the island than it is to get into Southampton or Winchester some days with traffic these days.
Oh, I bet. So before we let you go, Rob, just tell us a little bit about your office and the area you cover, and yourself, and how long you've been with the company.
Yeah, I've been with the company for 18 years. Prior to that, I worked for another auction house, covered a very similar area, in fact. We're based at Wight, which is say almost a new town. It's a commercial hub just off the M27 or close to Fareham. So about 90 seconds on a good day to get on and off the motorway, which is ideal for us. From here, we cover the whole of Hampshire, half of Dorset. We meet up with our colleagues from Exeter at sort of Dorchester and Weymouth. We got into Wiltshire, Berkshire, bit of everything really. And then obviously the Isle of Wight as well, which is great. We sell more on the island year in, year out than the rest of the UK's auctioneers put together. So we've very much got a tag as the island specialists, I think, and work very closely with a number of agents over there who I think recognise the advantage that we can bring in terms of getting the right properties to the right audience in terms of mainland buyers. And historically, between 2/3 and 3/4 of everything we sell over there every year goes to mainland-based buyers. So there's clearly method in their thoughts on that one, and our ability to help them reach that audience. And yeah, very good relationship with the agents, particularly over there. So it's a big area. Myself and Mike are kept busy. Clock up the miles, that's for sure. But as I'm sure all our colleagues will have said, including you, Paul, I think it's the variety, isn't it, of never knowing from one day to the next what you're going to go and see. So
that's right. As we've already explained and shown such a variety of property that comes to auction.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to. Very rarely you go and see a 3-bed semi on an estate, is it?
Indeed. Yeah.
So if anyone wants to know a little bit more about this lot, where can they contact you and find out a little bit more? Yeah,
please give me a ring, or my colleague Mike at the Hampshire and Isle of Wight office, 01489 564 606. Get that plug in. As I said, there is another freehold block of 6 flats over in West Cowes, the other side of the river. So there's been quite a spin-off. I think people that have viewed one have viewed both. So if anybody's got some money they'd like to invest on the Isle of Wight, then we've got those two and others that we can talk about. And of course, a good number of properties on the mainland. So please don't be shy. Give us a ring and we'll happily try and help you spend your money.
Well done. I hear a rumour that you've got something a bit special coming up in the next auction.
We have actually, yes. In fact, I would have gone past it this morning on the hovercraft, which is Fort Gilkicker. Portsmouth and the sort of greater Portsmouth area was identified back in Victorian times as being such a key part of our military infrastructure that a load of forts were commissioned by Lord Palmerston, known as the Palmerston forts. There are 3 out in the Solent, huge, great forts up there, which were all loaded up with cannon, and we've had the fortune to sell one of those. And there's a whole row of them as well, all along the top of Portsdown Hill, for anyone who knows the area. And then they loop round down through Gosport. One of those, Fort Gilkicker, which overlooks the Solent, is coming up on our next auction. It's got planning for conversion into residential accommodation, stunning views. There's an earth bund on it, which was added sort of 30 or 40 years after the fort was finished to provide a bit of extra protection from the larger ordnance that was being used then, but planning to take that off and expose the original granite walls and then open up what were the gun ports to provide windows with stunning views over the Solent. So that's going to be a really exciting one, and we're looking forward to offering that in the July auction.
No, hopefully we'll be back to talk to you again for that one.
Absolutely, look forward to that.
Yeah, no, that'd be absolutely perfect. Whose phone is that? Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, no. Thanks ever so much, Rob. It's good to get a bit of insight into that one for you. Thanks ever so much for joining us, and thanks for being on time.
Pleasure.
Maybe
Okay.
let's keep talking.
Okay.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
All
Cheers.
right. Good stuff there.
I've never known you so quiet.
No, I've never been so quiet. That's right. Great property in the Isle of Wight.
It's fantastic.
Sports coming up.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be. We had one a few years ago, sold at auction. So I know that'd be fantastic to hopefully feature that next time around.
Certainly. Now, if you've liked what you've seen so far, remember, if you want to register your interest or find out more about any of the properties that have been shown so far, visit www.cliveemson.co.uk. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. It'll take you straight through because they go under the hammer from tomorrow, don't
They go live for bidding tomorrow. Yes, yeah. Lot one and all 121 lots. Obviously, there are a few that are postponed or withdrawn or sold prior, but the majority of the lots will go live for bidding tomorrow. Everything that's left, it'll be from around about the lunchtime. Give or take a little bit, but yeah, so you'll be able to register to bid from now for any time for and start bidding on the lots from roughly tomorrow lunchtime. Right through to when they finish on Thursday. Lot one will finish at 11 o'clock in the morning, and we'll run through on 3-minute intervals thereafter.
Fantastic. And if you'd rather speak to a human rather than do it online, give Paul a call. There is the number 0345 8500 333. We want to hear from you. Do comment below as well, by the way. If you enjoyed the show so far, you've got a question about any of the properties, do comment. We can see if we don't get a chance to answer them during the show, we will go back and check them all out. I say Paul will go back and check them all out and answer all of the questions. Right, Paul, we're going to get through a number of lots now, actually.
Yeah.
We're going to go from 22 through to 42 because obviously lot 14 has gone, hasn't it?
Fallen by the wayside this morning, unfortunately.
Fallen by the wayside.
Yes, yeah. So lot 22 is the next one.
So
Yes,
let me
we're going to
just,
run through now.
we're going to run through some of these before we come to the next feature, which you're going to cover. Lot 22, flats 1 to 6 Kingswood.
Yeah, Cows on the Isle of Wight again. A freehold block. I think it's probably the other one Rob was mentioning actually. 6 2-bedroom flats, all for investment there. Guide price 470 to £500,000. That kind of price. Again, if you're interested in the last one, that should be something I think that you'd be interested in as well. So I'm sure you'll have had a look at the legal documents and the videos on that one.
Absolutely.
Next is lot number 23, which is a ground floor flat in North London. However, sadly, it has been postponed. There was something on the legal pack that one meant that it wasn't going to be ready in time for this auction. So hopefully we'll see that one back in the next auction on the 28th of July. But so have a look out for that one next time around. Hopefully you'll see it there.
Right, let's go straight into lot 24 then.
24, Maidstone. We've got our office in Maidstone, so I'm sure those of you who are familiar with the Kent office may have visited us from time to time. But this is a great looking little property. It's actually quite a large house, actually, ready for complete refurbishment. Obviously, needs
3 floors. It goes right up though, doesn't it?
3 floors. A lot of potential there.
Seller?
I mean, guide price 200,000. It should be. Yes, I would imagine there's been good interest on
4
that.
floors almost, essentially.
4 floors. Where were you finding the 4th one?
I've got cellar. I've got this floor, middle, top.
Yeah. There you go.
Can't jump.
You know your stuff.
25 we're not going to touch on yet because that's our next
No,
feature
we're going to
lot,
come back
isn't
to
it?
that one a little bit later.
So let's jump straight to 26, 22 Western Road.
22 Western Road.
It's a cute property, isn't it?
In terrace house for improvement. Tunbridge area, Tunbridge Wells, that kind of area, Tunbridge Wells. A nice one. It's guide price at £230,000 plus. I imagine there's going to be good interest in Tunbridge Wells. Is always a really popular area, so I do envisage a good interest in that. Yeah,
it looks in good condition as well. Right, lot 27.
27
some land.
Sadly, fallen by the wayside. Has to be withdrawn, I'm afraid. Land and buildings. There was a lake as well included in that one, so a bit of a shame because those sort of things are always nice to offer. Something a little bit different.
Yeah.
But again, unfortunately, lot 27 has been withdrawn, and the difference from withdrawn and postponed, we expect it to be back in a future auction.
Yeah.
Withdrawn. Sadly, there's not going to be a chance to offer that one again. No.
Right, let's jump straight into lot number 28. Then this is flat 10 on the High Street.
Yes, it is High Street in Worthing, down on the in West Sussex on the south coast. Guide price of 170 to 180,000. 2-bedroom, modern inside. Looks quite a nice building, that one. So Worthing's quite popular.
That'll
So
go quick, won't it, on
I would hope so. Yes, yeah, I hope so.
Right, let's jump into 29 then. 14 Elm Grove.
Elm Grove, yeah.
Look at that. That's some history there.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously on a bit of a gradient, bit of a hill there, but mixed-use property, city centre location, so right in the Brighton and Hove area. Got a guide price at 270 to 280,000 pounds. So you've got a mixed use, you've got commercial, and then you've got a residential on the upper floor. Yeah.
Right, good stuff. Lot 30 when it comes to later. We've got to guess. We've got John Rimmer a little bit later for the land one, so we'll skip that one for now and jump straight into lot 31, which is 59 Postley Road.
Yeah, three-bedroom. Yeah, three-bedroom house.
That actually does it.
Something you haven't told us. Do you want to sell? If you do, I know where you come.
Yeah.
Three-bedroom terrace, three-bedroom house with a garage in the Maidstone area again. A nice looking, modern house. Like I say, not all property that you see at auction is what you necessarily expect to see at auction. So, as I say, there's a real good variance of property. Have a look at the images on that one. It's something that you perhaps wouldn't expect to find at auction.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move into lot 32, 36 South Eastern Road.
Yeah, guide price here at 220 to 230,000. Residential investment property with a vacant ground floor. So there's potential to perhaps enhance that further, the investment potential. Again, it's a nice looking older building, an established building.
It certainly is. Let's go into lot 33, 54 Grove Road.
54 Grove Road. Yeah, we have a guide price of 350 to 360. Again, a mixed use property here. This one, so we've got the residential element, but we've also got the commercial element as well. And as we mentioned about breathing new life into town centres, that's where I know this one's currently let, and it's a nice well.
One in the middle, I take it.
I guess so. Yes, yeah. So again, Eastbourne area, nice, a nice looking property there. Yes.
Great. Let's go into lot 34, 42 Bowbridge Road.
Lot 34. I think this could be bargain of the auction. This way, it's a nice look at it.
Here first, everybody.
It's a lovely little red brick cottage right in the centre of Newark. 2 railway stations, nice and easy access to the A1 as well. But the property is now vacant. It's been let for many years, and it's got double glazed windows. It's no central heating in there except a gas fire. But as I say, it's very dated inside, so it needs modernisation and improvement. But I think that could be a great investment. It's previously let at £600 a month, so 90,000. That's a great yield. I think a bit of love, a bit of money spent on it. That could be a great investment for somebody.
I certainly think so. Right, we're going to move to lot 35. There it is.
Strawberry Heights. Yes, this one's available still as well. Ground floor, town centre apartment. Again, modern property on the Isle of Wight. Guide price just 60 to 65,000. So it looks really good value, that one.
It's expensive to live on the Isle of Wight, but
there you go.
It's not
your holiday home.
Yeah.
Question mark.
Can I borrow some money for?
Right,
lot 36. Let's go straight into it. We're going to just rifle through these ones as well. This again, and 15 New Street. This one, and 16 A King Street. Is that right?
That's right. 16 A King Street and 15 New Street. So you've got the freehold investment there of the whole building. Again, guide price of £180,000 plus. Nice part of town, sort of deal and sandwich. And, I do again think of a good interest for that. Yeah.
Beautiful part of the world, town, isn't it? Lot 37, 93 to 95 Terminus Road.
Yep.
There it is.
There you go. Don't find many 6-bedroom masonettes.
6-bedroom maisonette.
Yeah, it's in a central location. So Eastbourne area, you've got a 6-bedroom maisonette there. Again, do have a look on the website. You'll be able to see a video of the property. Again, get in touch with the office. We'll Chris would only be too pleased to talk through a bit more information on that one.
Right in the heart of Eastbourne as well. Don't
Indeed.
expect that to stick around too long. Right, lot 38. Let's go into it. And former Upper Bell Inn. So it used to be a pub, I see.
Yes, and I know you've expressed your interest in pubs, so this is a nice one.
I'm saying a lot about myself here.
Yeah, no, I mean you can see what that one is there. It's a former pub site that's looks like it's got planning there for. Apologies, sorry.
No, that's okay. I mean, it does look. It looks a wonderful site, doesn't it? And anybody looking to what we spoke about, changing career or good development.
That's it. So,
land, isn't it?
say any builders, small companies or large companies even, interested in looking at developing some residential homes. It's got planning there for 7 new homes. So, pubs always tend to make decent residential development opportunities.
Yeah.
Because I caveat that slightly by saying there's some that are protected or some that aren't going to be suitable, but yeah, they've usually got nice big gardens or car parks. So, the development potential can be good with former pub sites. Yeah.
Super. Let's keep going through. We're going to go up to lot 42 before we bring in our next feature lot.
Yeah,
this is lot 39, and it's some land.
Yes, this is land in Ware in Hertfordshire. Where?
Where?
Yeah,
I don't know where.
No, a lovely village where really been popular, this one. Been a great number of people going to have a look at the land there. Good number of people downloading the legal pack also, so I expect strong bidding for this one come the end of the auction on Thursday. Guide price of 125,000, approximately 5.5 or just under 5.5 acres. I do think someone looking for either horses or the equestrian use, it could be really good little purchase for someone.
It's a good plot, doesn't it? It really does. This one's interesting, number 40, and this is a former toilet.
Yeah, no jokes. But taking anyway.
You really do have everything and anything, don't you?
We really do. Like I say, it's always a pretty varied catalogue, and this one's no exception. The guide price at 50 to 55,000. Former former public convenience. Yeah, in the Tunbridge area as well. This one's in Tunbridge in Kent. As I say, I think again these sort of things. We had one fairly close to the Essex office here. It was just up on the sort of North Essex coast in Clacton. It was a former public convenience, and they got planning permission to turn it into a sandwich shop.
I was just about to say, I see a lot of these. They turn into like these little boutique shops, aren't they?
Little cafes, little shops, or coffee bars, that sort of thing.
And they're obviously very well located.
So that's right. Yes, yeah. And but the problem is, if you have a coffee, then quite often you need to go to find the nearest. Anyway, we'll move on from that. Yeah. So great little lot there, and something that's something that's a little bit different and form of public convenience. Again, have a look at the legal pack for that one, because I think that could be a really interesting one moving forward.
Certainly. Let's move on to lot 41 here, and this is ground rent 68.
Freehold ground rent investment, slightly different kind of investment. This one.
Okay.
What you're purchasing is, to put it crudely, everything from heaven to hell. So you're buying the freehold of the building, but you don't own the flat interest inside, the leasehold interest.
Okay.
And what you then receive in return is the ground rent. So when you own a flat, you pay a ground rent to have the privilege of having your leasehold interest within the freehold building. You also then have the responsibility to maintain and insure the building, so it does come with cost. But the ground rents aren't always the reason people buy these. When a property gets to a short lease, mortgage companies and lenders won't always lend on the property. There are some lenders who will, but some of the high street lenders, once a lease drops below 82 years, they start getting a little bit jittery wanting to lend on it. So you can then charge a lease extension to the owner of the leasehold interest, and again, I have to caveat that slightly by saying that there is leasehold reform that's coming in through government, currently under consultation, still going. So always check the latest guidance and things and the latest legal situation. But at the moment, these freehold ground rents are making very different kind of investments, and not something I would recommend getting involved in unless you know what you're dealing with. Yeah. Because again, they can be quite complex investments too.
You don't get caught out.
No. So again, it's always about doing the research.
Exactly.
You look at the legal pack. Again, people look at that and see a guide price of £8,000 to £8,500. They think, what, I'm getting a flat for £8,000 to £8,500. They're not getting a flat. They're getting the freehold of the building, as I say, everything below and above the building, as I say, everything from heaven to hell. So you own the freehold title.
Okay, fantastic stuff. The last lot in this section, lot 42, 25 Garden Road, and it's a nice property. It's very quaint, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Another little end terrace cottage there in Tunbridge. Guide price of £220,000 plus. As I say, it looks a nice little red brick cottage, doesn't it? Yeah.
It certainly does, and we will just keep repeating this throughout. Of course, if you like any of the properties you've seen or want to find out more, or just want to register to find out more, there's a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click, it'll take you straight through to the Clive Emson homepage. That's where you can register if you're interested.
You can indeed. You can see all the lots, you can view the videos, you can download the legal documents. Our website's very user-friendly in that respect, so you can find each of the properties you're interested in. You can register to receive the legal documents, and also you can separately register to bid for the auction starting tomorrow. But once you've registered for the auction, that's ongoing for a year as well. So you wouldn't have to update your ID or your information for a little while. You can then log on and bid for future auctions as well. So if nothing takes your fancy this time, why not register? And there may be something that comes up in the July or September auction later in the year that's going to be of interest to you.
Fantastic stuff, Paul. Right, we're going to move on to our next feature lot. It is feature lot 25. Of course, we skipped it when we were running through those images. 3 Providence cottages.
Yep.
We've got a video to play as well, so we're going to play that first, and I'm going to come back to you. You're going to talk us through it?
Absolutely.
So here is the video for 3 Providence cottages. There you go. That was 3 Providence cottages. Paul, it looks fantastic. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, again, it's not one that I've seen personally. My colleague Richard Payne down from the Brighton office down there in Sussex is one that he's sort of given me a bit of information about because he's out on appointments today, so couldn't join us. But it's a characterful cottage, isn't it? It's a great sized garden. Guide price at 200 to 220,000, and this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Is that what sort of property comes to auction? You see there from the video, it's not in bad condition.
No, not at all.
It's it's probably something that would sell on the open market, but auction is about the speed of the transaction. On the day of the auction, the hammer falls, the time gets to zero, you've exchanged contracts, and that situation suits some sellers more than sitting on the open market.
Yeah.
As I say, I mean the latest figures show that conveyancing for private treaty sales are taking up to 16 weeks, and if you're looking to buy something or sell something, then that process can be quite lengthy, and there's no guarantee until you get to the point of exchange that the people are committed. Unlike auction, on the day of the auction, you know that they've exchanged contracts on the fall of the gavel. So sorry, just going back to Providence Cottages. It was actually formerly two properties, and it's a small end terrace cottage there, but it was actually lived in by 2 former World War II soldiers. It's quite a remote location, nice little community. But I say they moved there after the war, really, because unfortunately, life was almost too much for them, and it was very different to understanding the issues that are involved now. So as I say, there was a real community spirit, and these 2 former soldiers lived there. The outhouse obviously served as the toilets and that sort of thing, and they lived there for many years. Obviously, the property's in decent condition now. It's now a nice little cottage there. It's in a nice location. The railway station again not too far away, and local amenities not too far away also. But as I say, this is a real example of what can come to auction, because not everything that you expect to see at auction is the sort of property that you're going to get. Yeah. So this one could be a holiday cottage or an investment Airbnb or something like that. Who knows? Or it could be somewhere where you could quite happily live and be out of the main sort of humdrum of everyday life.
It's nicely secluded, but enough around you isn't there, and it's a good space.
So you're not too cut off, but it's a 1-bedroom cottage, and again got lovely gardens. And a nice little community feel to it, yes, yeah. And a guide price at 200 to 220,000. So again, I do believe there's been good interest on this one, and I think we'll see the benefits of that come auction day on Thursday.
I mean, I've been impressed with the lots so far. We've spoken about it, actually, haven't we? A wide range of lots, and you actually mentioned something to me about. We've been talking about the people who go to auction and buy properties, and I asked you the question: is it mainly just developers or fixer-uppers? But it's not, is it?
No. I mean, auction it's open to everyone. It's why I called it a public auction. So anyone who's got the ability to exchange contracts on the day is welcome to come and bid at auction. And that Homes Under the Hammer has transformed the auction market from 15 years ago, 20 years ago, when when I first started in auctions. A lot of what we sold was cheap repossessions. It was, and the banks and building sites would get them off their books, and it was distressed properties, and it never really felt particularly mainstream. However, nowadays, Homes Under the Hammer has been our best advert, and you've probably seen the logo. We appear on there quite often, so we're very lucky in that respect. And they come and film at our auctions. You tend to find that, and if you've watched Homes Under the Hammer, people who appear on there aren't all developers. They're not all investors. They're people who are first-time buyers. They're people who are looking at it for their own family home. There are some investors, yes, who do come along and buy it, but the number of people who do come to auction to buy their own family home is on the increase, because the stock we get, as you've seen, isn't always what you see on the open market, and it's appealing. It's good-looking property. It's good-looking land.
A few notable ones I've earmarked, I have to say. I certainly would look at auction next time.
If it's something that does intrigue you, you are looking for a holiday cottage, you are looking for something, a little project or something to do up and sell on, why not look at auction? Think of it as an alternative.
Yeah.
Sign up to our newsletter. You'll receive notifications when all the lots go live, and you'll be regularly kept updated. So that can be done from our website, from the subscribe to the newsletter. You can do it from there. Yeah.
Don't forget, all of these lots go under the hammer from tomorrow. Don't they?
That's right. They go live from around about midday tomorrow. All lots will be available for then 2 days bidding. You can start bidding straight away, and it's amazing how many properties actually meet their reserve price and actually are sold on the first day. And then it just goes on and on and on until the auction finishes on Thursday. First lot finishes from 11 o'clock, lot number 1, and then every 3 minutes after that, the next one goes. Yes, yeah. Slight change to that is that if someone bids in the last 5 minutes of the bidding process, the timer does extend by 5 minutes to give everybody a fair chance to come back and make an increased bid.
I like that a lot. Right, so we've got some more lots to get through. Lots 43 to 55. I actually don't think I've got images for 43, 44. I wonder if we can get lots, those two put in, so 43, 44. Let's jump to 45 and we'll come back to those if we get a chance.
Well, lot 43 and lot 45 are, one is garages, lot 43 is garages.
I like a garage.
You do like a garage, we mentioned that. In the Weald
Kent, don't worry about those images.
In the Weald Kent area. Now, so if you look on the website, there's an artist's impression as to what could be built there. You've got 4 garages with planning permission for a 2-bedroom detached house. Guide price of £80,000. Looks a good opportunity, that one. And then the freehold parcel of land in the Gravesend, Dartford area, which is lot number 44, got road frontage there. Guide price of £40,000 as well. So again, good little opportunities. Have a look at our website for more information on those.
Do check them out. There is a link in the body of this broadcast to the Clive Emson website as well. You don't even have to type it out. If you don't want to type it out, it is www.cliveemson.co.uk. It's running across the ticker bar underneath us right now, as you can see, the Clive Emson Property Auction Show live here at Clive Emson HQ in Chelmsford. Right, so let's move on to lot number 45. Shall we? Ground floor flat, 18 Markham Road.
2-bedroom ground floor flat with a garage and garden as well. So guide price of £150,000 plus there. Bournemouth pool area. So it's again one of those that hopefully will be getting good interest, in the viewing still going on as we speak. And I say for all of these lots, there are still viewing opportunities. Well, for most of them, there are still viewing opportunities. So again, you can log on to our website, you can book viewings, you can go and look at the lots, and the information's there for you to see. So if you go into each individual lot on the website, there's a space where you can actually log on to the, you can actually book in for viewings and or download the legal documentation too.
Superb. Lot 46, I don't have an image
Again,
here.
it's a virtual freehold parcel of land. So I would imagine there's a very long leasehold interest on that, maybe a 999-year lease or something along those lines. But again, it's a parcel of land that guide price £5,000 to £10,000. Might be worth a punt for somebody. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. Lot 47, let's move into that. This is some land.
Land again, yes, yeah. Approximately 3 acres of freehold land. The Canterbury area, guide price 50 to 60,000. If you like green grass, there you go. That's a beautiful piece of green grass. So no, I mean,
our rabbits would like that.
Your rabbits would like that.
Good. So let's go to lot 48, 12 Market Street.
12 Market Street is a freehold investment in town centre location, Swale area of Kent. You've got a guide price there at 450,000. Again, as I say, the investment potential is really good with that one. A nice one to have a look at, I think. Yeah, nice looking building.
Absolutely. Let's move on to lot 49.
Down in Hampshire. Again, if you want to speak to Rob or to Mike down in the Hampshire office, I'm sure they'd be only too pleased to give you a bit more information about the area. Although this one has been sold prior to auction.
Okay.
Yeah, so give it the big sell, and it's been sold prior. It has been sold prior, that one.
You can see why it's lovely actually to look at, isn't it? Let's move on to lot 50 then. It's a cottage.
It is another one that's been sold prior again. I'm afraid really good interest on this one. Client decided to accept an offer that came forward. If you ever want to put forward offers prior to auction, you can do so. I've got to be honest, we don't tend to sell a lot prior to auction. This is one that we actually seem to have quite a few that are sold prior, but on the whole, we don't tend to sell a great deal prior to auction. We believe in the auction process to do the best job for our clients and get the best price on the day of the auction. But all offers have to be submitted by law, so we put the offers to the client. If they choose that no, they'd rather take the certainty and exchange contracts and get it done before the auction day, then they can do, and then say that the properties are sold.
So when that lot is when that's fixed up, that's when
It's going to be stunning the property.
It really
Yeah. I'd always love to go back and revisit a lot of the properties we sell, because as I've said, we sell such great variations of property that I'm sure some of the projects that are done are absolutely fantastic.
Well, who doesn't love a cottage? I certainly do. So let me just find my place again, because here we go. 51 is Wayside Cottage.
Yeah, it's a detached house, this one, or a detached cottage. We actually let on an old style regulated tenant, so the tenant's been in there a good number of years, and it's not a short tenancy. Different kind of investment. Again, understand the differences that you need to know with regards to the tenants, because quite often they can be protected and they have rights of succession as well, so they can be passed on to children, that sort of thing. So again, check if it's something that you're interested in. Do check the legal pack, because again, it's something you need to find out. And if you want to know a little bit more, please do give us a call on 0345 8500 333, and my colleague Russell will be able to talk to you about the scenario there.
Fantastic. Let's move into lot 52. We've got to 55 in this little group before, because I can tell you our next guest is waiting in the wings. So this is lot 52, 38 Montgomery Road.
38 Montgomery, again, Portsmouth area. Let's see, back into it's two bedroom, self-contained flats for investment, and a guide price of 240 to 260. So again, nice looking building there. I love those sort of style properties with the bay windows. I think it was really attractive. So I think that one should be generating good interest.
Fantastic. Let's move on to lot 53 then, and it's my favourite, garages.
Garages and land with potential, yeah. In the Storrington Poolborough.
I really don't want much, do I?
No, not much. No. Public convenience and garage. There you go. But yeah, again, guide price here at just £20,000 to £22,500. It's these little investments are always good for people. They always to get people excited in terms of what they are and what they could be. I think that's that's the thing. It's not what they are now; it's what they could be.
Absolutely. Let's move on to lot 54 then, 20 Broadway.
Yeah, okay. This one again, the Swale area of Kent. We've got a town centre commercial investment with future potential. So again, there may be potential to let other parts or redevelop, subject to all the necessary consents, of course.
Superb. And the last one in this section before we come to our third and final guest, lot 55.
Yeah.
And it's 55 Keyhole Hill.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Again, in the Swale area, a semi-detached house for improvement. Again, as I mentioned, not all property is in need of improvement at the auction, but again, it's quite often we do get properties that do need some improvement and maintenance. And everyone's seen Homes Under the Hammer and all these various programs to do our properties. And why not give it a try? Because there's good margins to be made sometimes if you do it right.
Absolutely right. We've almost time for our next guest. Just to keep, I know we keep repeating ourselves, but new people are coming in at all times. If you like what you've seen so far, want to register interest, just find out more. Head over to Clive Emson, www.cliveemson.co.uk. There is a link in the body of this broadcast, wherever you're watching. Just click it; it'll take you straight through. These lots go under the hammer from tomorrow, don't they, Paul?
They do.
Have a look. However, even if you're not interested in the June lots, we've got an auction coming up at the end of July. It's worth registering now, isn't it, for the July?
Of course, yeah. Well. You can do so on our website at cliveemson.co.uk, where if you look at one of the properties, it will say register to bid. You go through, follow the instructions on screen. You just need to build your profile on our bidding platform, which should involve you entering your details, your identification documents, and method of payment, and your solicitor's details. And once you get a green tick on each of those, you're ready to bid. So you can be let loose and ready to spend your money.
Right, we're up to lot 55 in total, but anything Back to the Future?
I have.
Because we are going to go back to the future technically, because we're going to go see a lot now that we jumped over. We have our third and final guest, John Rimmer, is waiting in the wings. It's Bar and House Lot 30. We don't have a video for this one, but we do have some images. I'm going to bring John in it now, and Paul, you take it away.
Hi John, how you doing? All right?
Good to see you. Yeah, very well.
Excellent, good stuff. John joins us from our office in Maidstone, so he's going to talk to us about the property at Barham House. So there is a video for this one, although because it's I think 20 minutes long, isn't it, John?
It's about 25 minutes long.
It's quite a long one because it's a big property. So John's going to tell us about it. We've got some images to show you, but if you are interested, please do go to the website at cliveemson.co.uk, and this is lot number 30. You can watch the video from there. But yeah, as I say, we've just put some images on screen, and John, if you'd like to tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, well, really, it's a beautiful place. In truth, probably one of the most I'm excited about offering that we've had the honour of getting involved in. But yeah, former care home. Originally, it had 20 bedrooms, but they have got a fairly modern extension to the rear, gives it a further 7 bedrooms. It's a beautiful place, believed to have been built from started building, shall we say, in the 18th century. Boasts plenty of period features, open fireplaces, chandeliers, beautiful coving. And in truth, I'm not sure what someone's going to do with it. I suppose the typical kind of maybe continued use, conversion to flats, or, we're often surprised by what our buyers end up doing with them. And yeah, this is something that I'm excited to see what the new lease of life is going to be. It's located in a nice, desirable area, in the village of Barham.
I can ask you about the location, John, because it's just off the A2.
Yeah, just off the A2. It's pretty much bang in the middle between Canterbury and Dover, but it's a fairly kind of semi-rural location. It's got a lot going for it, really.
Yeah, and it's got a good parcel of land, good grounds with it as well, by the look of
things. Yeah, it's about just over an acre. Surrounding gardens, got a nice big car park. You can't quite see the car park, but I took the photo from there. So nice big car park. Potential for further development. Who knows? But
nice. You can make a very grand home for someone as well, couldn't it? I mean, if you had rock star money.
I'd like to live there. Put it that way.
Yeah. So I think you need to get back to that football career then.
Sadly, I've had to hang up the boots. Get injured too much.
Good stuff. And of course, I noticed on this one the joint auctioneers, Mills and Bar.
Miles and Bar.
Did they introduce this one to us?
Yeah. They kindly got in touch. It's part of that commercial division. We do like working alongside them there. They get some fancy properties which we like getting involved with. But yeah, it slowly worked its way down on the market in terms of pricing. In truth, what it's worth. Auction's a great way to sell it because we're not sure how much it's worth. Guide price is 900, 950, but fingers crossed it makes over the $1 million.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, auction is exactly that. It's a great way of giving a value for a property. The actual, auction process provides the value because it's worth what people are willing to pay on that day.
Exactly, and hopefully that's that's a lot of money.
Yes, it'd be long for the client if we could get an excess of. Is it in excess of 7 figures?
We'd like to think so.
Absolutely. All right. Okay. Well, we're going to let you go shortly, John. But what just a little bit more about the village, really, Barham. What's the village like?
It's quite a attractive, quaint little village, really. If you didn't know it was there, you could quite pass it. But it's got a lot going for it. It's got local kind of pubs, eateries, all within walking distance of this property. And this is really going to be, quite a focal point for the centre of the village, I think, depending on what they do with it. I've had, good conversations with people that are keen to know the next lease of life for it, really.
Yeah, that's it. We were talking about that earlier. That auction, the sort of properties that come up, they're so varied, and quite often what we do is breed, through the process of selling at auction, is breeding new life into sort of communities with different ventures and the visions that people have to go forward with their plans.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's sitting there empty, so they're all keen to see it, being used again, whatever use that may be.
No, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. So just before we go, John, just tell us a little bit about yourself and the office there at Maidstone, the areas you cover, and a bit about the office.
Yeah, so as you said, I work in Maidstone. Been here for coming up to 8 years, towards the back end of this year. It's great work, always seeing different stuff. It keeps things interesting, but predominantly I cover East Kent. So we're talking kind of Swale, Thanet, Dover, Deal. I was lucky enough to work my way up to Canterbury on this one, but I'm always amazed at the weird, the quirky, the unusual stuff that we get to invited out to see. And it certainly keeps the work week nice and interesting and keeps it.
That's what everyone said, is that the type of property we see, it's very rare you go and see a 3-bed semi on an estate. So everything every day is different. So and as I say, just to see the results that are achieved in auction for some of these properties is fantastic. And I really, fingers crossed. I hope the viewings have been going well, and I hope the client has a really good result with this one at the auction when it finishes on Thursday.
Yeah, likewise. And as you said, there is a video if anyone wants to come and have a look. And yeah, we'll be keen to see what price it achieves.
Yeah. Are there any viewing appointments left for this one?
So the joint auctioneers, Miles and Bar, they are arranging the viewings on our behalf because it's a big place. They've got a bit more kind of hands-on than we do. But yes, I spoke to someone this morning who's arranging the viewing. So if you're keen and you want to come have a look.
So you don't have to be a rock star or a footballer, but if you've got their money, you're more than welcome to go and get buying this one. That'd be fantastic.
If you've got the money, we don't mind what.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Brilliant. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, John. It's really nice to see you, and good luck with the auction on finishing on Thursday.
That's great. Thank you. Keep up.
John. Thanks.
I was going to say there as well, but looking at the size of it, if you've got half a day spare as well to walk around, because it's a
big property, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's a great lot. I mean, and as John said, the properties we see are so varied, and it's lovely to get something like this, at this kind of price, we can get it away. When you consider, it's been on the market with auctions for 2.5-3 weeks, and there are people out there who've got the funding available, the money in the bank, who can exchange contracts on this coming Thursday, because all the information's there. Auction should be, as we've said, the most open, transparent and fun way of buying a property, because all the information's there for people to see. They can download the legal pack, they can get their finance in place, and then they can have some fun coming on the video.
And you never know, Paul, Dion Dublin might turn up as well.
Oh, yeah. I have to suffer Dion Dublin as well. Sorry, Dion, I'm sure you're. I've met you a couple of times, but as I say, it's as I say, you might make it on Homes Under the Hammer as well. It's one of those things that I said they do come to film at the auctions, and as I say, it's changed the auction landscape beyond belief. It's being on there quite often is great for our profile, as it is for other auctioneers. But as I say, but more than that, it's great for the auction industry in itself, the profession, because it's made it more publicly accepted, without a doubt.
Definitely. Right. I had to change the order a little bit because we saw John come in, so we thought we'd take the advantage. That was lot 30, Barham House. We're going to run through some more lots, 56 through to 66 now. So let's have a look at lot 56. And it's some more ground rents.
Freehold ground rent investment, yes. Again, a nice looking whitewash building there, but Dorchester, Weymouth area, guide price £15,000. Again, get on to the legal pack if it's safe ground rent investment, so you think. Again, have a good look at that one. Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Lot 57, 102 High Street here.
Yeah, Isle of Wight. Again, Rob's been over there today. They're over there all the time, so it's a freehold town centre mixed investment. So it's got the residential and the commercial elements to it as well. Going price of 230 to 250,000.
Fantastic stuff. Lot 58. I'm just seeing the little thumbnail. This looks, it looks a cracker, that one.
Yeah, again, a flat for improvement in the Medway area. We've got a guide price of just £100,000 to £110,000. So again, really something that people can put their own stamp on. Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Let's have a look. Oh, it's another garage.
Another garage.
Watersedge Road.
Yeah, I don't think it comes with wheelie bins though. No. Portsmouth area, double lock-up garage. Again, bigger than your average standard lock-up garage. Guide price £15,000 plus. As I've said, garage has always made a great little investment. I mean, this one, it might need a bit of maintenance, it might need a bit of love, to get it back to new garage door or whatever. But as I say, people want to store a classic car or a furniture in them or office paperwork or whatever.
It can be good storage use.
Exactly,
and
storage.
You've got the asset as well.
Yeah, I mean, if you're anything like me, my garage doesn't see the car in it for.
I actually don't think people use them for cars these days.
No, very rarely.
I don't think they do.
No.
Right, let's move on. Lot 60, 70 Lavender Rise.
70 Lavender Rise. Interesting on this. It's vacant. It's got all the Cytec shuttering up on there. We have been doing viewings. Guide price has been reduced during the marketing period down to £280,000 plus. But yeah, again, real opportunity to bring that back to former glories, sort of West London area, it's something that I think we've actually had inquiries from people looking at sort of room rents for people that who work at the airports and that sort of thing. So there really are positive sort of noises coming out of the viewings. And I think that one will generate good interest at the auction finishing on Thursday. Yeah,
superb. So lot 61, flat 8 High Street in Worthing.
Yeah, well, we saw this building earlier, didn't we?
Oh, we did. Yes,
we did. Yes, yeah. So guide price here 170 to 180.
I'm just having deja vu.
Yeah, no. So it's again a modern town centre, 2-bedroom apartment. Again, Worthing area, nice location.
Fantastic. Let's move on to lot 62, ground rents, Claremont again.
Yeah, freehold ground rents again, Maidstone area. Just £5,000 to £6,000 ground rent guide price here. Again, you just need to understand what it is that you're buying. Do your homework on the ground rent investments without doubt.
Fantastic. Let's go and move on to lot 63, land and garage. Oh, you get land as well.
Yeah, you get land with these garages. Yes. So
this is the one then for me.
Sadly, we'll have to wait a little while because it's been postponed. Hopefully that will be back in the next auction. Come the 28th of July.
But do register your interest, by the way. Again, there's a link in the body of this broadcast to the Clive Emson website. You can register all the interested names.
Yeah, you can then sign up to the newsletter, and from there we'll notify you as soon as the lots are available for the next auction and for all future auctions after that, until you no longer want to be notified.
Perfect. So do get yourself registered. Lot 64, 5 Lavender Street.
Yeah, again, nice looking building. This one, isn't it? Yeah, 4-storey town centre building with commercial. So you've got income from the commercial on the ground floor, and residential potential conversions upstairs as well. So as I say, a nice looking building, and potential that you can enhance that one further. Guide price at 400 to 430.
Brilliant stuff. Right, lot 65, then 70 East Cliff.
Yeah, a substantial property in the Folkestone area here. We've got great conversion potential, again subject to all the necessary consents, of course. As I say, a guide price of 220 to £250,000. That's an awful lot of property for that kind of money. I think someone will have fun with that one.
Here we go. So lot 66, then 61 Ockley Road and 1D Bognor Regis.
Yes, Jurassic Coastline, but has been sold prior, I'm afraid.
So I was going to buy that.
You were going to buy
Be near Butlins.
Be near Butlins, yeah. So that one had a residential freehold residential investment has been sold prior. Had an income on it of just over 26,000. Again, we had a really good offer came forward. Client just wanted to get that one sold. Made that decision.
Superb. Now, at the top of this show, Paul, you have your 5 golden rules, don't you, for bidding, buying at auction. We are going to have a little look at that again, because I don't know about you, I could probably do with another coffee. So whilst this is playing, then we're going to come back and we're going to go through some more lot images. We've still got a couple more feature lots to bring everybody as well, with more video too. So here is Paul Bridgman's 5 golden rules.
Hello, I'm Paul from Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers. I'm one of the auctioneers with the company, and we want to give you some tips on how to buy property at auction. The 5 golden rules to buying at auction. We're in the beautiful mid-Essex village of Turlin. An example of one of the properties we've got in their current auction, the beautiful chapel here in Turlin, and we want to give you, as I say, a few tips on how to buy at auction, which should be the most open, transparent and fun way of buying land or property. So come inside and we'll give you some tips. Okay, so you found the area that you want to buy in. You've done all your research into areas and what you want to do with the property when you've actually purchased. So you see a property in the auction catalogue or online, and you say, that's the one for me. I really want to go and buy that property. Here's the 5 tips we should recommend you should be following if you want to buy a property at auction. Firstly, get all the property details. Download it from the internet, look at it online, and go and view the property. Inspect the property is a big important thing you need to do. You see a lot of people on Homes Under the Hammer who buy something and have never seen the property. Very risky. I would always recommend you in person go and look at the property if you can. Second point is the legals. Always download the legal pack, get your own legal advice on that legal pack. Get your solicitor to look at the pack, either send it to them or they can download it from our website also. Because really, that is everything you need to know about the property, and like I say, it's the most open and transparent way of buying a property. So everything about the property will be in that legal pack for you to have a look at. Next thing, do you need a survey? Do you need it for finance purposes? Do you need it for your own peace of mind? If so, then obviously you need to organise that survey before you come along to the auction to bid. So that is a really important point. You may not need a survey. You may be comfortable looking at the property yourself, have people you know who are comfortable looking at the property and can give you advice on it. But if you need a survey or you want peace of mind, do it before the auction. Because after the hammer's gone down on the day of the auction, you've exchanged contracts. You're legally bound to purchase that property. So if you then go and get a survey and you don't like the report that comes back, you're legally bound to still purchase that property and you've paid your 10% deposit. Fourth point is knowing the costs. Know the costs of what you're going to be involved with. Is it just the purchase price? There's also an auction administration charge, which is on a sliding scale depending on the price you purchase at. All the information will be available on the addendum and is available on our website and the catalogue also. So look into that. Also in the special conditions, which are in the legal pack, you will need to look at if there are any additional costs that you need to pay towards the purchase. Sometimes there are costs in there, so yeah, just have a look at that. That's quite an important point. But also, in terms of knowing your own costs, what do you need to spend in terms of doing the property up, additional research work, anything that you might need to do to get to the end product that you actually want to end up with. As I say, so know those costs, work it all out, and be quite thorough and have a bit of flexibility in your budget too. The last thing really is to register for the auction. Our auctions are still online at present, so what you need to do is go to our website, click the register to bid button and follow the links through to and fill in all the information, including your identification documents, your credit or debit card details, your solicitor's details, and build your profile on the bidding platform. Last thing, auction day. Don't panic. Stick within your means, know what you want to pay, and as I say, really you just need to then follow the process and see it through to the counter down to getting to zero, or that hammer falling, and at that point you know you've purchased the property. And the one thing to remember is if you are the successful bidder, you've never overpaid for a property at auction. Unlike informal tenders or on the market, you don't know what other people have bid. At auction, it's open, it's transparent, you can see what the underbidder's paid. And if you are the successful bidder, you know you've got it for one bid more than the underbidder. So congratulations at that point. Well done. You're the new owner of a land or property. So I hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions at any point during the process, best thing to do is give us a call, and we'll be only too pleased to talk you through the process a bit further and answer any questions you've got. Thank you.
So welcome back, good stuff. You have 5 golden rules here. Let's just pop them on the screen actually so everybody can see. Or you just quickly run through them again, because believe it or not, this is what really happens when you broadcast live. We've got coffee on the way, so you can come through. There you are. You're planning to follow the 5 golden rules. Just talk us through that very quickly.
Yeah, well, I think importantly, first golden rule is don't go without coffee. Thank you, Leon, for bringing that there.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes.
I hope you can't hear him rustling the biscuits as well. But yeah, no, as I say, the 5 golden rules of buying at auction. As I say, the first thing you've got to do is find the properties, know the area that you want to be buying in, and once you've done that, it's a case of see the properties on the website, on the catalogue, book yourself a viewing, go and have a look at it, and really sort of research the property as much as you can. As I've kept banging on about, I've kept mentioning the legal pack. Download the legal pack, take it to your solicitor. You must take your own legal advice. Please, one thing, as I said, two things I always say is make sure you research the property thoroughly and take your own legal advice on everything that you're looking at buying. It's imperative that you do that. If you are getting a survey done, now's the time to do it before the auction. Get your survey done. If you need it for your own peace of mind, as I said, there's the opportunity to do that. If you need it for lending purposes, again, they can contact us and we can get the surveyor in there to see the property. You may not need a survey. That's it. If that's your choice, then I say that's all good. Then knowing the costs, and I said knowing the costs doesn't just mean the purchase price of the property. It's budgeting for your refurbishment work. How much is it going to cost you in ground rent, service charge if it's a leasehold property? Your management fees going forward if you're giving it to a letting agent to manage the property. All those sort of things. Really think about it in detail and factor in all your costs that you're going to have, your outgoings, council tax. Council tax is letting property because obviously the tenant will pay it. But and I said, really understand what your repayment costs are going to be, not just the cost of the property on the day, because that's where it starts. Not necessarily as with owning cars, owning property. That's not where it finishes, is it? Let's be honest. And then, like I said, you've done all your research. You've got everything in place. You've got the solicitors to look at the legal pack. You just need to then register to bid. So you go to our website, you click the register button and register to bid, and you can register all your details on our bidding platform by following the information, follow the links. It'll approve your email address. You then add in all your details, your personal information in terms of identification documents, how you're going to be paying, your funding, and your solicitor details. You'll be given a green tick for each one of those steps that you've completed, and then it will say you're ready to bid. And then the auction goes live as of tomorrow lunchtime-ish. You can then log on at any point over the next 2 days and put your bid forward. You can set up a proxy bid so it automatically bids for you. And again, all the information on how to do so is available on our website.
Fantastic stuff.
The auction then will finish this coming Thursday. The first lot number one, will finish, which is probably back in Welling, heading all the way back to lot one when we were reviewing the lots. That one will finish at 11 o'clock on Thursday, the 16th of June. And obviously then after that, they're incrementally every 3 minutes. The next lot comes up to the time ticks down to zero. Slight difference to that is if someone makes a bid in the last 5 minutes and leaves their bidding towards the end, it's not like other auction websites where you leave all your bidding right to the last 10 seconds and everyone piles in and makes their bids then. If someone makes a bid in the last 5 minutes, the timer will extend by 5 minutes to give everyone a fair chance to come back and make an informed bid. And it will continue to do that until no further bids come forward and the clock then reaches zero, and then you've exchanged contracts and congratulations, you've bought yourself a property.
Wow, superb. It sounds exciting. It is exciting.
Auction is, and that's why Homes Under the Hammer is loved by so many people. And people love coming to auctions, whether it's a chattels auction, a property auction, a cattle auction, a car auction. There's a real buzz in the auction room, and I know we've had to move online for the moment with the pandemic, and who knows where we'll be in future. But at the moment, there's still a real auction buzz in your own living room. You're sitting on your sun lounger in the garden, in the beer garden, in a pub. Not that I condone bidding whilst you're under the influence, of course. But
you do one. There are a few
pubs you can buy. That's right. Yeah. So no, auction should be the most open, transparent, and fun way of buying a property. So if it's something you want to get involved with and you want more information, please do give us a call. You can speak to us at any time. Any of us will be only too pleased to talk you through the process, buying and selling at auction, because ultimately without property to sell, we've got nothing for you to buy. So if you've got properties you want to sell, land you want to sell, a garage you want to sell, please do give us a ring. You'll be only too pleased, and we cover properties all the way from some Suffolk across the south of England down to the West Country, but that doesn't stop there. We do go further north too. So please do give us a call on 0345 8500 333, and we'll be only too pleased to talk to you. or drop us an email at auctions@cliveemson.co.uk if you'd rather do it that way, or contact us through the social media. You're more than welcome to do so too. And similarly, if you've got any questions you want to ask us about the auction process or any of the properties today, again, you can go to YouTube and you can type a question in the information bar there.
Exactly that. Do head over. We are live on the Clive Emson YouTube channel. We're also live on our YouTube channel, Live Sport. Now, if you watching this on that particular channel and want to have your comment shown on screen, that's the place to do it. That's where we're guaranteed to pick it up. If you're watching it across Facebook, Twitter, we will see the comments, but perhaps not until after the show. In fact, to show you this, we've had a message, a bit of a star here, I think. Oh, there you go. Russell Hawke says, great show, guys. Keep it up. Thank you so much for that, Russell. In fact, keeping it up, we certainly will. We've got some more lots to go through with everybody now. So we're up to 67 of 121, aren't we? So
not even halfway.
Let's go to lot 67 in 6 Paulhern Lane. Let's have a look at this one.
Yeah, Brixham area again down in the West Country. I'm afraid has been sold prior to auction.
Okay.
So yeah, not one that we can sort of elaborate on too much because that has been sold.
Let's move straight into lot 68 and 54 Mortimer Street.
Yeah, two commercial units and five flats above for investment purposes. Guide price of 750,000 there. Again, nice looking traditional old style buildings. In a town centre location, I guess. So again, something that's should be of interest.
Absolutely. Let's move on to lot 69, shall we? It's land at Ridgegrove Hill.
Yeah, again, other end of the scale, guide price of just £95,000 plus, land with planning permission for 2 detached units. Again, East Cornwall area. So again, if you're looking to develop a property or two, this could be one for you.
Fantastic. On to lot 70 then, and with a bit more land.
More land, yes, land with planning for a pair of detached houses again. Different area this time, Swale area, so the Kent area, as John was mentioning earlier. John's your man to talk to. This one, guide price of £260,000. So yeah, different areas, different values.
Fantastic stuff. Let's move on to lot 71 then, 9 to 11 Risborough Lane.
Yeah, so interesting little one. This one, guide price. Well, little one. It's quite a large one. £665,000 guide price. Folkestone area. We've got 5 self-contained flats for investment with planning permission for a 6th. So 6 flats go on there as well. So yeah, you can add to that and bring in further income.
That sounds like there's a lot of opportunity there at lot 71. Remember that one. Let's move on to lot 72, shall we? We've got a bit more land here.
So we've got parcel of land in the Essex village of Earls Colne. It's equidistant between Housestead and Colchester. So nice parcel of land on a corner of a country lane. There was a property on the site until the 60s when it was demolished, and it's now, obviously, as you can see, heavily overgrown. So it's going to need a bit of work to get it back to a potential for development, but might be worth it. The guide price is just 50 to 55,000.
That's fantastic. Lot 73, then we're going to go up to lot 77 in this section before we get on to our next feature lot. But 73, 24 Arabian Gardens.
Yes, End Terrace House, Gosport, Fareham area. Again, modern house you'd expect to find on the open market. So a guide price at just £250,000. It's fun to get involved with.
It does, doesn't it? Lot 74, rear Wallace Parade Galway.
Yeah, we've got something you don't see very often here. Land with potential. Well, you can see that quite often, but it's the bit that's below that that's of interest. Nil reserve. So if someone bids £1 and no one else bids, they could buy it for £1. I mean, realistically, probably not going to get it for £1, but let's be honest. But yeah, as I say, that's what it is. It's nil reserve. So someone's
I'm going to bid £2 now.
That is a contract, and
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
For the seller point of view, I hope we get more than £2.
Yes, I'm sure it will.
I'm sure it will.
Lot 75, flat 2, 122 St James.
So yeah, we've got a town centre flat here for investment. Isle of Wight. Again, quick trip over on the hovercraft, and you can go and see Rob and Mike on the viewings. But yeah, as I say, a nice little flat here for investment. Again, a nice established old building there.
Yeah, certainly, isn't it? Lot 76, 43 Windsor Road.
Yeah, Brighton and Hove area again. 4-bedroom HMO, house of multiple occupation, in the Brighton city centre. Guide price of 450 to 500,000. These properties always tend to generate good interest because they bring in really good income. Because you've got more, 4 tenants as opposed to 1.
Yeah.
As I said, slightly different rules and regulations apply. Again, if it's something that you're interested in, something you need to research. But yeah, they can be really good investments.
Superb. Let's move on to lot 77, the final lot in this particular segment before we move on to our next feature lot, and it's 17 Winchelsea Road.
Yeah, in the Rye area. It's a mid-terrace house for completion. So they've started the work but not finished it. Obviously needs a bit more to do there. Guide price of 250 to 260,000 pounds.
Superb stuff. Just to repeat ourselves once again, if you've seen anything you like the look of, or you just want to find out more about Clive Emson Auctioneers, there is a link in the body of this broadcast. Give it a click. All of these lots go under the hammer from tomorrow, but there is another auction at the end of July, so it is well worth registering your interest.
That's right. Yeah, we do 8 auctions a year, so this will be the 4th one this year. We're 4 in. There's 4 more to go after this one this week. So we've got July, September, November and December. So there's still plenty of opportunities to sell as well. So if you've got land or property you'd like to sell, please do give us a call on 0345 8500 333, or drop us an email, and we'll be only too pleased to give you advice on selling at auction as well. I say Clive Emson Auctioneers are the UK's leading independent regional auctioneers. Got to get that little plug in there as well. I'll manage that again. I'm sure before the show finishes. But please do. We'd love to hear from you if you've got properties to sell too. But if you're just looking to buy, again, do give us a call. We're here to help as much as we can, and give you advice where we can. Obviously, we can't give you legal advice or financial advice. Obviously, that's something you've got to do for yourselves. So we'll give you as much information about the property as we can. So nothing's off limits. Nothing's supposed to be hidden at auction. It is all about open transparency.
Superb stuff. Right, let's move on. We're up to lot 77, although we're going to move a little bit ahead of ourselves here and come to our penultimate feature lot 95, and you're going to talk us through this one point. It's 18 Ilfracombe Road. We're going to show the video first, and then you're going to take us through. So here is lot 95, 18 Ilfracombe Road. There we go. That was lot 95. Oh, you're going to tell a little bit more about it.
Indeed, yes. Ilfracombe Road, and you'd assume Ilfracombe Road would be down in the West Country, but it's not. It's in the new Essex city of Southend-on-Sea. Southend-on-Sea, I say, recently made a city following some rather unfortunate events. But
Southend, one of them that's been made.
Yeah, I say that Colchester as well. But Southend became a city, and seeing how Chelmsford changed when it became a city, I think only good things are going to follow. I mean, Southend has got Southend Airport. It's got 2 railway stations that connect into London, Liverpool Street and Fenchurch Street. It's got a football team. Shall we move on?
It has a football team.
It has a football team, yes. Yeah, I'm not going to start on football before I get abused. So this property is it's a ground floor flat, as you've seen on the video there. It's ready for improvement. So it could maybe do with a little bit of reconfiguration. It could do with obviously doing up, but it's got gas central heating. It's got double glazed windows. It's got a garden at the back with a little summer house in it as well.
I'll cycle through the images, Paul, whilst
Yeah.
you talk.
Okay.
So have a little look.
Yeah, so as I say, as you can see there, obviously, it needs a little bit of updating inside. But you've got the gas central heating by the radiators. You've got double glazed windows. They've used the kitchen area there not only for a dining room, but it may, again, subject to all the necessary consents that you're going to need, you can open it up to create it as a 2-bedroom flat and then utilise that space slightly better as an open plan living kitchen area. Just an idea. Someone may not want to do that, but I say there's potential there to do so. And like I say, it's got a nice little garden as well. Slightly differently on this one because you're actually buying a freehold. So you're buying a freehold flat, but you actually get the ground rent income of the flat above, which actually we sold at auction a few years ago, actually. So that was sold on a 125-year lease from the 25th of March 2017. Was it 2017 we sold that, blimey. They pay an annual ground rent of £150 per annum and rising. So you'd receive that. Obviously, but as the freeholder of the building, as I explained earlier, it would be your responsibility to maintain and ensure the actual building itself. As I say, the great opportunity there to enhance that and make that a really nice little flat. You've got off-street parking again at the front, and again you've got all the recreational facilities that the Southend's got to offer. It's got great social life. You've got the waterfront. You've got
Southend has the pier, isn't it?
It's got one of the
longest
pier in the world.
Is it?
Or is it the longest pier in the country? Not sure, but it's got a long pier. And let's say two railway stations into London. You've got the C2C line, and you've got the Great Eastern into London, Liverpool Street. You've got Southend Airport, which is growing all the time and getting back to business as normal with post-pandemic and flights going out of there. It's actually really easy and good fun to fly from as well. It's so small but convenient.
Never thought of flying.
It's actually really good. And I've never understood how they quite call it London Southend Airport, but it's one of those things. But no, there's lots of retail parks. There's lots of good places to eat, drink in Southend. So I say it's actually a really nice place to be. So when the sun's shining and the palm trees are swaying down the front, you may think you're in Saint-Tropez instead of Southend on Sea.
Miami on Sea. In Essex there. Right. Let's keep going. We've got some more lots to go through
we have.
now. Just a quick reminder, of course, for anybody who's new just tuning in, all of these lots are going under the hammer from tomorrow. If you want to register interest, head over to cliveemson.co.uk. There's a link in the body of this broadcast. We've also got another auction coming up at the end of next month. So if you want to find out about that as well, do get in touch, do click that link and do register in interest so you don't miss out. Right, let's move on to lot 78, shall we? 1 4 Street and 2, is that Saltash?
Saltash Road, yeah, that's right. So 1 4 Street and 2 Saltash Road in Callington, down in Cornwall, East Cornwall area. Going price of £110,000 plus. Sounds a nice little opportunity. That was a freehold property as well. A freehold investment, and next one is lot number 79, which is a detached former coach house with residential consent. So down in the Brighton area again, again, Brighton's got some really sort of interesting and funky buildings, isn't it? So
It's very sought after.
yeah,
Right,
so you could really do something interesting with this, and grand designs maybe. Who knows?
So
We've had everything from public conveniences to water towers, and I'm always fascinated by the water towers because I think they're going to make really good grand design projects and that sort of thing.
we've had everything. Let's move on to lot 80 then, shall we?
Lot 80, yes, yeah. In fact, the only thing we haven't had in this auction is a subterranean nuclear bunker. We've had a couple of those in the past as well. But anyway,
Yes.
sorry, I digress. Lot 80
There's
is
still time. Still got a few more to go through.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see what we get. So lot 80 is a bungalow with land and planning to demolish that existing bungalow and replace it. So it's a property in a nice rural location. Nice good sized plot as well. Really interesting, that one. Have a look at the video and you'll see what we're on about.
Yes, do go check that out. Again, www.cliveemson.co.uk. A link in what is broadcast. Do give it a click. It'll take you through. Right, lot 81.
81.
This is beautiful.
Tenterton, yes, yeah, weatherboard property there. A commercial investment and a residential ground rent as well. So you've got the ground rent coming in from the flat above, I'm assuming here. Guide price of 260 to 265,000. Lovely looking building. Tenterton, nice little investment on the national level.
Certainly, lot 82 then, Grenville House.
Yeah, substantial office block investment and may have future potential for development also. So, as I'm sure everyone's seen, there's a good number of office blocks that have been converted into flats and residential accommodation. So there may be something that long term, subject to all necessary consents, of course, that Maidstone could need or could develop into that. So guide price there at 600 to 620,000. But whilst it is a decent investment as it is, there is potential there for alternative maybe in the future.
Fantastic stuff. Let's move on to lot 83, 8 Stockley Road.
Yeah, again here we've got a residential investment comprising 4 flats. So it's again a multi-level building there in the Hastings and Leonards area. Guide price at 465,000. There may be potential there to separate them all up and sell them individually, or keep as one block and actually have 4 separate tenants in the 4 different flats.
Superb. Lot 84 then, 142 Dagenham Road.
We've got a vacant 1-bedroom flat in the Barking and Ilford area. I think it's Dagenham if I remember right. This one. So guide price at 150. A nice bit of interest on this one prior to the auction. So fingers crossed for the auction finishing on Thursday. We can see that one away.
I have to get that one. I used to watch Dagenham Wreckage.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Let's move on to 86, shall we? 1 to 3, New Road.
Yep, New Road. So lot 86 is where we're on, sorry.
86, yes. 1 to 3, New Road. Yeah.
We jumped 85, which was.
Apologies.
That's right. No, sorry. Land with planning. Another one there in Wielden Town, Wielden area of Kent, and guide price there at 215 to 220. On to 86, which is the freehold investment in town centre location in East Cornwall. Guide price there at £600,000.
Good stuff. 87, then 1 Sandgate High Street.
Yeah, again, nice looking little Folkestone area leasehold shop. Guide price of just 100 to 110,000.
Wow. Okay, so it's pretty good, isn't it? Let's move on to lot 88. We're going to go all the way through to 99 in this stint.
Yeah,
it is
okay.
lot 88.
Lot 88, freehold investment, so freehold ground rent as mentioned previously. So you've got guide price there at 120 to 130,000.
Okay.
And, as I say, nice looking building there again.
All right, let's move on to 89. We've got some more land here.
Yeah, sorry, I apologize. That was not it's actually got a commercial investment and residential ground rent of the flats above. So, sorry, not a straightforward ground rent investment.
And that's lot 89.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the one on screen right now. Let's move back to 89, shall we? As I said, it's a land lot.
It is indeed. It's actually a rear garden for a property that in this little Essex village of Tiptree, where the jam comes from. A lot of these properties have been sold off where they've had long gardens. And they've got driveways to the side, and then they've built bungalows in the rear garden. Now, the planning permission hasn't been sought for this, but something it's very similar has been done on the property next door. So there's a little bit of an example there, but obviously it will be subject to all the necessary consents with the local authority.
Absolutely. That was 89. I don't actually have an image for lot 90.
Lot 90? Right, okay. We've got a leasehold shop takeaway unit. It is near the harbour complex in Ipswich. And it's a nice little eatery. It's not too far, as say, from the harbour. It's got an income coming in, £10,000 per annum, and guide price of 105 to 110,000. In fact, it was actually in the last auction. We actually had good interest, but the client wanted to postpone it after the auction because there was something in the legal pack he wasn't comfortable with. So he re-entered into this auction, ironing out all the problems, and hopefully that will then be away this auction coming up this week.
Fantastic. If you do want to see the images of that one, again, just click the link in the body of this broadcast.
Yeah, and there's a video as well that you can see to have a look at this. Or you can go get yourself something to eat and see it in person.
Why not? Why not, indeed. So that was lot 90. Let's move on to lot 91. I do have an image for this one.
91 is Brockhurst Road.
That's it, yeah. Brockhurst Road, yeah.
That's right. And what is that coming up?
It's a fine looking property. It's like in the terrace house, isn't it? No problem at all. Yeah, it's a good bit of garden land to the right of it, if that belongs to the property.
Sorry, my apologies. We made you talk enough now. I'm afraid that one has been withdrawn, I'm afraid.
Okay, let's get rid of that one.
That one's not coming up for auction this week. That one's been withdrawn. And unfortunately won't be coming back again. So that one has been withdrawn. So lot 92.
Lot 92
is 231 Albert Road in Southsea. Now this one's a freehold shop, a flat with lapsed planning for a further flat. So whilst there has been planning permission for that in the past, we need to get that renewed with the local authority, and hopefully you can push ahead with that project. But of course, you would need to seek the council's permission in order to do so. So you need to reapply for that planning permission.
Okay, good advice there. Right, lot 93, and it's first floor flat.
First floor flat in a village centre location. You've got a really nice looking building here in the Weald of Kent area. And guide price is just £150,000. It's a lovely looking property. Well presented inside, I understand.
Great, yeah, let's get a good deal there. Look, lot 94, and it's garage again.
I'm going to disappoint you again, I'm afraid. Ian, this one's it's been postponed, so it will be in the July auction. We've got that confirmed. It will be in the July. So as I said, we'll see that one next time, hopefully.
Do register your interest as well for July, even if it's a bit late for you now for the June auction, which goes on the hammer from tomorrow. Do register for July, and of course the auction's going on for the rest of the year, just so you don't miss anything out. The way to do it is click the link in the body of this broadcast straight through to the Clive Emson website. You can see it. Just scroll down, it's literally there, isn't it? A huge register of interest button, isn't it? Really, you can't miss it, really.
Absolutely.
Of course, we've already done lot 95. That was our feature a little bit
earlier.
We
spoke about that one in Southend, yes.
18 from Cameroon, but now we're going to move on to lot 96 here.
Lot 96, again, a big looking building there, yeah. So it's a 2-bedroom flat for investment in the Thanet area. Guide price £120,000. So yeah, Margate. Jolly Boys Outing.
Do you know that was on TV?
Was it?
I mean, it's on TV pretty much every day, isn't it? I think,
on demand, yes, absolutely.
On demand.
As indeed will this be. If you want to watch it again, you're more than welcome to do so on YouTube.
Clive Emson's YouTube channel is live right now. Of course, unless you're watching a repeat this evening, then we're not live right now. But do still comment, because we'll be able to pick the comments up. We're on Twitter as well, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitch too. It's going to stay where we've been broadcasting it as well. So if you want to come back and watch this again, check out some of the lots that you like the look of, please do. And of course, visit the website for more information on all of the lots. We go under the hammer from tomorrow. Right, lot 97.
Lot 97 is a vacant first floor maisonette. Guide price has been adjusted on this one, been brought down to 120 to 125,000. Again, a nice property inside. But sitting there vacant, ready for its next owner.
Fantastic. Lot 98 then, Paul. It's a flat.
Yeah, lot 98 is a masonette for refurbishment in the Tunbridge Wells area. So again, actually in Tunbridge Wells, flat 5 there, up Grosvenor Road. It has guide price of 125 to 130,000. Again, I love these, as I mentioned before, I love these style buildings with the big bay windows. Yeah, really nice looking property from the outside. I'm sure you do great things with it inside too.
Definitely right. Lot 99.
99.
I feel like it's special for some reason.
99,
lot
not
99.
Yeah.
99 red balloons. Oh, there's almost, yes.
It looks
So
like
a bit like those balloons there, wasn't there? Tell us about this one there, High Street.
Yeah, okay. So High Street in Gosport, Hampshire. We have a town centre flat for investment. Guide price just 85 to 90,000. Yeah, again, a good little investment property. So one to get involved with.
Fantastic. Right, now we're going to come to our next feature. In fact, our final feature property. It's lot 101. Now, we don't have a video for it, but there is a video, I believe, on the website. Is that right?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So if you want to see this on, you want to see the video for it, do check out Clive Emson, www.cliveemson.co.uk, or literally just click the link in the body of this broadcast. That's how easy it is. You don't even have to type it out. Right, let's go on to lot 101, and I believe it's land, is that correct?
It is indeed, yeah. One that my colleague John Stockey has brought to the auction, and unfortunately he's tied up with other appointments today, so he can't be with us. But yeah, it's a parcel of land, approximately 2/3 of an acre, and a guide price of 400. I wish it were. A guide price of 45 to 50,000 pounds. Main road in Sunridge in Sevenoaks. So as I say, a vacant parcel of freehold land. Now, if you're looking at the details, you will note that there is an auctioneer's note on there about an overage clause in the legal pack. So if there is potential for development in future, there is an overage clause to consider. However, it's in a great location. It's got road frontage, and it's actually being sold by the trustees of Sevenoaks Scouts Association. There's a stream running at the northern end of the. I'm not saying you're going to get much fishing out of it, but
does that mean you own the stream, or you own half the stream?
No, I don't believe you own the stream. I say check the legal pack for for clarification on that. But as I say, the boundaries are clearly defined in the legal documents. But yeah, as I say, it's a boundaries. The stream, and the red line seems to go down the middle of the stream there. But yeah, so have a look at the legal pack. It might be something to get a bit more information. But yeah, great location, nice parcel of land. Whether you get development potential, who knows? But again, it's a nice parcel of land to own, and as I say, it has been used by the Scouts Association for many years. But again, a nice location.
Time for it to go under the hammer.
Time for it to have a new lease of life. Yeah.
He knows what he's doing, this man, doesn't he? He really does. Right, shall we carry on then?
Let's do it.
With our lots. We got up to 99, didn't we? So let's just let me get my place. So lot 100.
Lot 100.
I do feel like this one is a special one.
Yeah, yes, it's a lovely looking building, isn't it? Lovely looking building. First floor, a balcony flat, residential investment, guide price of 105 to 115,000 pounds. And so yeah, a lovely looking building. I love that style of property.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
it really is. Now, of course, we've just
talked
gone
about
through
101. Yeah.
101. So let's jump straight into 102.
Yeah.
And some garages again.
4 lock-up garages, Weir of Kent area, 70 to 72,000 pounds a guide price. Again, good opportunity in the garages, so they always are popular lots.
Excellent, superb. Then let's move on to lot 103, Clarence Road.
Yeah, Clarence Road is Medway area of Kent, and you've got a fire damaged property here, fire damaged house with repair required, obviously. There's an annex investment to the side of the property also. So yeah, as I say, it's a great opportunity to get that one back on its feet and looking tip top again.
Fantastic. Here we go. Let's move on to lot 104.
Yeah, again, stunning looking buildings, but it's freehold ground rent investment, and again, I know we've talked about these. Guide price at £40,000 plus. It's not an actual property as such. You're buying for £40,000. It's not one of the flats. It is the freehold ground rent investment. So yeah, please do look into those if it's something you're interested in.
Brilliant stuff. Let's keep going in straight into 105 we're up to now, aren't we? Yes.
Yeah, again, we've seen this one
Deja
before.
vu.
Yeah.
Wow.
Deja vu, that's where most of my appearances at Homes Under the Hammer are nowadays. No, this one's a flat for investment, and this one's producing an income, £10,800 per annum, so good rental income coming in. Guide price £170,000 to £180,000. Again, a nice investment property there.
Superb stuff. Let's move straight on to lot 106 then, and we have some more land.
Yeah, parcel land, but unfortunately been sold prior to auction, so again, the clients decided to accept an offer on that one.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's move straight to 107, Sandgate Hill.
Yeah, Folkestone area, substantial HMO, in need of some improvement, but with great potential. So you've got rooms to let there, and I'm sure you can add to the appeal of that one. Guide price of £380,000 to £390,000.
Great. Now I don't have an image for 108.
No, 108 is a freehold parcel of land. It's the Seven Oaks area. Again, you can have a look at all the information on our website. The link pack's there. There is a small rectangular parcel of land available for you to have a look at. Guide price of just £7,000.
Brilliant stuff. Right, so we do have an image for lot 109, Newmarket Road.
Yeah, again, we've had a couple of these in the Brighton area. House arranged as 4 flats this time, producing £32,000 income per annum, and guide price here at £375,000 to £400,000. So yeah, 4 flats, a great opportunity to get some decent income coming in.
Superb. Right, we've only got 10 or so lots left to go. Before we come to that though,
Yep.
Paul, throughout the day we've been talking about your golden rules. We're not going to show a video again, maybe show that a little bit later or something, but I do want you just to, for those watching who've never been involved in an auction before, or perhaps have,
Yep.
you do have your 5 golden rules. Here they are on screen. Just talk us through these again.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the 5 golden rules of buying property at auction, as I said, we went with this earlier. It's imperative that you do your research. The research is the most important thing. You've got to identify where you want to buy property, what sort of property you want to buy. Then the catalogue lands in your inbox because it doesn't land on your doormat and you do it anymore. As I say, you see properties that you're interested in. First thing to do is go and have a look at them. You take a friend along, someone who you might trust, you give their opinion as well. It's always worth getting a second opinion. So go and look at the property with your own eyes, have a look at it, get as much information as you can. And then once you've done that, you need to, again, understand the area that you're buying into. So again, look at bus routes, look at transportation links, look at shop availability and all that sort of thing. Just to, again, make sure it fits the mould of what you're looking to achieve, whether it be adding to a rental portfolio, your own personal home, or whatever it is. Then the second thing to do is start looking at the legal documents. You can download those from our website. And again, strongly recommend that you obtain your own legal advice on this document. It's all the legal information you'd want to see if you're buying a property. It will include obviously about the title, the lease, the holding interests. It will include any planning information if there's a property with planning. It may include searches, previous conveyances, all the legal documents that again your solicitor's going to want to see. So again, that's, one of the most important things. Take your own legal advice. Because obviously we're not legal advisors, we can't advise you on that.
Yeah.
And we're not legally trained. Do you need a survey? If you do, now's the time to do it, because on the day of the auction there's no going back. Once you've purchased a property, the time has got to 0 and you're the buyer, you've exchanged contracts, you are legally bound to purchase that property. So yeah, if you want to get surveys done, you may not need to get a survey, but if you do for funding purposes or all you need for your own peace of mind, now's the time to do it before you actually come and bid at the auction.
Fantastic.
The costs. Know the costs, and I don't just mean know the costs of what it is you want to buy. You need to work out your repair bills, your bills, does it need a new kitchen fitting? Does it need a new bathroom? All the legal costs you may have, and also in the legal documentation that I mentioned earlier, there may be additional costs that you need to pay. So again, you need to take advice on that and just check the special conditions of sale. And if it states there are additional costs, yes, you are liable for those. But not all properties have them, but some do. So do check it through, because the last thing I want anyone to do is have a nasty surprise once they purchase something.
Good on you. And that's where you talk about the transparency.
It is, yeah. All the information is there, but you've got to have the time to look at it. It's all there. It's laid out in black and white. So and that's what we say about auction being the most open, fair, and transparent way to buy a property, because it's there for people to see. And then come the auction, as we've been saying to people today, register to bid. You need to go to the website, register on their bidding platform to actually set up your bidding profile, and you need to enter in your details. You need to enter your solicitor's details and your method of payment. And then once you've done that, let's say you'll get 3 green ticks, and it will tell you you're ready to bid. So then all that remains is to keep calm and carry on, and go to the auction when the lots go live tomorrow, from the 14th of June, from around about midday. You can then log on at any time over the next 2 days, 3 days even, sorry, and put your bid forward. You can set up proxy bids also, so it bids automatically for you up to a certain level. And then once the property gets near the finishing time on Wednesday, from 11 o'clock, lot 1 finishes at 11, then incrementally 3 minutes after that, the next lot will finish. You just need to obviously keep an eye on it to make sure you are the buyer. And if you want to put in another bid, please do so. The only thing to say slightly different about the time of counting down, it's not like other auction websites. Not everyone's going to wait to the last few seconds to put their bid in, because if you do so, the time is just extended by 5 minutes. And if you do that, it gives everyone a fair chance to come back and make their increased bid. So you can get in nice and early and make your bids early if you wish.
You make a very good point actually there, Paul, as well. I must just say, this broadcast is going to stay across the Clive Emson social media channels. So if you are watching this in the future, just remember this is the auction goes live the 14th of June 2022, and it ends the 16th of June 2022, right, doesn't it? So if you're watching this in 2045, it finished a long time ago. You missed out, unfortunately.
So you really need to find something to do with your life.
You really do. You really do need to find that. But if you do tune in, of course, tomorrow or next week, just to remember that the auction runs from the 14th of June to the 16th of June 2022. So you're watching it after that date. These lots, some of them might go into the July.
They may. I mean, sometimes you do have lots that are left over unsold, and you can go and view them. You can make offers post auction, and again, we've got a very good rate of properties sold after the auction of those that are left over. I mean, on average, we sell 80 to 85% of the lots offered. So thereabouts, sometimes more, sometimes less, but on average, around about 80% of the lots will sell.
All right, Paul, I'm sad to say we're down to our last section of lot images now, lot 111, and it is going to be a fine looking one, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Methodist Chapel with potential, Canterbury area. Guide price of £150,000. As I said before, some of these chapels and churches make great conversions. I've seen so many stunning ones over the years, and who knows, this could be the next one.
Excellent. So lot 112, Brunswick Square.
Yeah, freehold residential investment property, Herne Bay, Whitstable area. You've got a guide price here of £280,000 to £300,000. So residential investment, all let out, ready to go.
Brilliant. So lot 111. Have I missed 113? I don't have any.
113 is just a small parcel of land, right, which is at the end of a cul-de-sac. So you've got a parcel of land. Guide price £8,000 to £10,000. Again, have a look on the website, cliveemson.co.uk, lot number 113. Something that might interest you.
Yeah, just click the link in the body of this broadcast.
And that's in the Hastings area as well.
Superb. Lot 114.
Yeah, we've got an end terrace house with potential. So it could be enhanced by the decoration. Who knows? It may even have room to put an extension on, subject to all the necessary consents, of course. Guide price here of £200,000 to £210,000. Again, nice looking property. May do someone a nice family home, that one.
So you get the swing there as well.
Well, you'd be entertained for days.
Yes. Right, so let's move into lot 115.
Lot 115, freehold ground rent investment. Guide price £12,000. I know we've spoken about the ground rent investments already. So yeah, again, one of those things you just need to look at the legal pack and make sure it's something that is in interest. And what you're not getting is a flat in that one, but you are getting the freehold interest.
Okay, right, lot 116. We do have a flat here, don't we?
Yeah, again, looks like it should have been a former pub at some point.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, studio apartment in a popular location. in the Bristol area, but sadly has been postponed. But don't lose hope. That one will come back hopefully to a future auction, hopefully in July or maybe later in the year. But yeah, if you register for updates, subscribe to our newsletter. As soon as that one comes back up, we'll let you know. Or call the office and we'll note your interest, and we can notify you as soon as it does come back.
Yes, please do. 08345 8500 333 is the number. We'll put it on the screen there before we finish up. Let's move on to lot 117.
Yeah, a semi-detached house this time. A semi-detached house for improvement. Again, it's Tunbridge area, and sorry, I'm just going to paper behind me. It is in Tunbridge itself. A semi-detached house. Going price at 400 to 410,000. Again, lovely looking building. Nice bay windows, nice red brick. Hopefully that one will get the interest.
Brilliant. Lot 118.
Lot 118, flat for investment in the Chichester area. Going price of 120 to 125,000. Yeah, it's a nice straightforward investment.
Yeah, excellent. Lot 119.
119 is a leasehold house for improvement, Ashford, Mid-Kent area. And again, interested in building that one. Nice window styles on that one. But yeah, no, as I say, leasehold house for investment. Guide price of just 70 to 75,000.
Wow. Okay. Lot 120, the penultimate lot.
Lot 120 is a 5-storey freehold former restaurant and bar with limited accommodation. So it's in the Portsmouth area. Guide price of 1 million to 1.1 million. Well, I say million, it's nice.
You can see why though. It's fantastic.
We actually hold a little bit of a record actually for one of our lots that sold in the March auction. It's the largest property or largest value property that's sold at an online auction outside of London.
Wow, quite
a tenuous one, but linked to it. But yeah, no, I'd say so. It was sold at just over 5.4 million. So yeah, no, that was an incredibly good sale. That one
definitely needs to borrow some money. That's a cracking addict. And the last lot we're going to show, and it's a former school.
Yeah, former primary school. Again, with potential there in the Lewes area. Guide price of 250 to 275,000. Again, lovely looking little building there. Obviously been extended over time, but great potential. Unfortunately, there's no need for the school anymore, but it may be ready to start its new chapter of his life as someone's home or another business venture. Who knows?
All I can say is the kids clearly just completed school. Don't need it anymore.
No, that's it. And you buy it, you'll soon be completing your purchase.
And talking of completed, that is all of the lots. We have seen that will be going under the hammer. When, Paul?
Right, okay, the auction will go live for bidding as of tomorrow. I say all the lots are on our website. Please do go on and have a look, and you can get more information on there. If you want to bid this time around, it's not too late for you. You are watching this and think, I want to get involved with that. Obviously, you need to follow the 5 golden rules and go and look at the property. Make sure you're okay with what it is you're going to be buying. Looked at the legals, be happy with those. Do you require finance? Is that all in order, etc., etc. But yeah, all the lots go live for bidding tomorrow. And once they do around about lunchtime, they'll all be live for you to log on, make your bid, and set up proxy bids, whatever you want to do. They will then stay live for 3 days. So they finish on Thursday, the 16th of June. Lot 1, which is obviously the first lot that we started talking about back just after 11:30 this morning. So that one will finish at 11 a.m. on Thursday. Then every 3 minutes after that, there'll be the next lot that's going to finish. Slight change to that is if someone bids in the last 5 minutes, the timer does extend by 5 minutes to give everybody a fair chance to come back and bid. I hope you've enjoyed the show. If there's more information you do want about any of the properties we've talked about today, please do call the office on 0345 8500 333, and of course we'll be only too pleased to talk to you about any of the lots. Or if it's tickled your fancy in terms of selling an auction, please do give us a call. We'll be only too pleased to talk to you again about anything you want to sell. Again, we've got auctions coming up throughout the rest of the year. Next auction, say, is not too far away, 28th of July. Final closing date for entries is the 5th of July. So we've got plenty of time to get property into that auction still. So yeah, please do get in touch. We'd love to hear your feedback from the show today. So feel free to message us either on social media or on you drop us an email, give us a call. Only too pleased to hear your feedback.
Fantastic. Well said, Well, not much else to say, really, other than can you believe 2 hours, 45 minutes? It flew by, didn't it?
It did. How have I talked for that long?
Without a problem, Paul. Let's say it for that one. Right, that is it from us. We really do hope you enjoyed it. Good luck, of course, with the auction.
Thank you very much for your help.
We are going to repeat this show this evening too, so if you're just catching bits of it this lunchtime and you want to see all of it, do tune in back in this evening. I think probably around about 7:30 or so we're going to put it back out. That's it from us. I'm Ian Waterhouse from the Social Media Property Show. It's Paul Bridgman from Clive Emson Auctioneers. And until next time, stay safe and we'll see you soon.
Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Let's see how buying and selling property at auction can be quick, easy, and simple. At Clive Emson Auctioneers, we don't just say this, we do it. Over the years, we've sold thousands of lots to people willing to exchange on the day and complete within 28 days. With over 30 years experience and hundreds of years of combined knowledge, our excellent reputation draws interest internationally from thousands of potential buyers from all over the world. Our approachable family business works with over 700 estate agents who recognize us as one of the leading land and property auctioneers in the country. Property auctions made quick, easy, and simple. It's all we do. Clive Emson Land and Property Auctioneers, selling with skill, speed, and efficiency.